Drop the clutch, hit the gas. Rally Radio, where the fast life meets the fast lane.
Yeah.
You're now tuned into Bars and Hoops Radio. Where the world of hip-hop and sports live.
Dropping the clutch and then I hit the gas. Wheels screeching, tires burning, I'm flying past. Gotta get home quick, don't wanna miss the class. They schooling you on whips and how to make them fast. Talking about everything from cars to planes. What's hot, what's next, and how to flip the game. They talk in my language, we speak the same. That whip talk complex, but yet they keep it plain. From the news, the interviews, they keep it cool. They give reviews, everything from parts to tunes. Can't lose, come to whips, they not no fools. Don't miss the show, the start time is noon. The bearded one, S.I. Sean, they crazy though. You can't miss it, tune in to Rally Radio.
Where the fast life meets the fast lane.
Woo, 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 woo.
Yeah,
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, y'all. What's good?
Merry Ho. Ho, ho, ho.
Damn.
Merry Christmas, man. Shout out to everybody that's listening and paying attention. You know what it is, man. It's Rally Radio. It's the bearded one here.
Yes, S.I. Sean, baby. What's good?
And we out here reaching out to all the people. You know how we get down, man. You know what we talk about.
Yep.
Automotive. You know how we get down. We talk about everything inside the culture, outside the culture, and what's going on inside of the automotive world, whether there's news, interviews. You know how we get down, man. You heard the song. Don't forget to drop the like button over there, man. Help us out.
Exactly.
It's Christmas, man. You know what to do. With that being said, man, I'm happy to be here. S.I. Sean, how you feeling over there?
I'm feeling pretty good, man. You know, just another cool day out there.
Early and cool meaning freezing.
Yes. However, though, it is perfect combustion engine weather though.
Oh boy, and it's not so perfect EV weather.
Yeah, it's not. It's
not.
It's probably actually closest to the arch enemy of the EV right now.
The arch enemy. You heard the music when he said the ping, 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 ping. Sound like Street Fighter.
Fact. Yeah, I wanted to ask you, have you ever seen one of those, if I'm saying it correct, what is it, Variera EV joints? That pickup?
Yeah, the Ravina or whatever.
Yeah, you ever seen one of those?
I haven't seen one on the street. No, you know what? I did see one on the street.
So I seen one on my way here just now.
Was you impressed?
Not impressed. Son.
Not that.
It's like when I see these vehicles or whatever you want to call these appliances, I just look the other way. I'm like, yo, what is it? Like? I feel like it's not in its correct, you know what I'm saying, atmosphere, son.
It's really not.
It's not, kid. It's just I look at it and I'm like this. Like BP said last week, I try not to Earl.
I try not to shout the BP
factory stuff. Like he was on it somewhere. He said that, like, yo, try not to when I see those things. It's just because it's like it feels so out of place, and it doesn't matter what these people do, how you try to promote it, it just won't fit in, son.
Nah, son.
There's no peace,
and they be trying.
Yo, man,
yo, do you think that we could? No, man, I think so. You're no.
Oh man, can we just live in harmony? Nah,
no, we can't.
Nah, kid, it ain't gonna work.
No
that way,
peace.
None.
Well, what do you want us to do?
It's just
you got to look at it like this, man. At the end of the day, this cold weather is exactly why we always say, you know what?
Yeah,
you could preach EV all you want. At the end of the day, you ain't getting bust so far. I want to know how y'all get heat.
Oh man.
And if that heat pump was working, let us know, man. Now, I know we got some people, you know, that's tied into them. We got a couple people in the group. You know, matter of fact, I posted a video.
Yeah.
And I don't know if y'all follow us on TikTok or Instagram, but if you can, at TikTok, don't forget it's GB Rally.
Yep.
At TikTok. And it's Gutter Ball Rally on Instagram and also Rally Radio, GBR on Instagram.
Factory.
And let me tell you, man, I posted a video. Yeah. Shout out to everybody. What's good? That's what I'm talking about. Everybody tuning in. It's Brick out here. He said I was gonna work on the whip, but yeah, son, this ain't the weather for that.
I don't know, man. You might have to go grab a wrench or some kid in the brew.
Kid, you gonna grab a wrench and your whole hand gonna shatter like it's over.
I'm telling you, man. Factory though, it is definitely cool out there, man. Super cool if you ask me.
It's cool. You know what though?
It's not too bad. It's almost Antarctica out there. It's almost.
Stop it. Stop. Somebody stop him now. He said it ain't so bad. I don't know man. Yo, either way.
It's good combustion weather, man. It's good combustion weather out there. So it's perfect for them right now.
That's a fact. So Either way, I posted this video.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, if you don't follow us on Instagram or TikTok, don't forget you know where to find us. You know where to find us on Facebook because you already tuned in or whatever, most likely. I posted a video, a reel of about 50 Teslas waiting to charge on like 5 and 6 charges.
Damn.
That hurts. They all sitting there waiting for them 5 and 6 charges. And it's like, yo, then when you get on the charger, they like, yo, I'm going to just do the super charge. I'll be here 10 minutes. That's too long. Damn. It's like, yo, why am I doing this?
And that's the thing, man. There's no way you want to put it like these things are just people think they're convenient in certain areas. Okay, let's say that's even true.
Right.
But something that's like, yo, I gotta go sit here and wait this charge. I gotta wait on this line to charge. Mind you, if you want to go to a fuel station, you could just spin to another one.
Facts.
You can spin to one that's gonna likely be empty.
That's a fact.
I'm telling you, man. You know what's so funny? I seen another video. They comparing combustible engines to electrical motors. They're like, yo, the combustible engine has about 200 parts, blah blah blah.
Right.
And the electrical motors only have about 20.
So I'm supposed to be happy about that?
That's what I'm saying. I feel like they're trying to
disparage them.
Yeah, like they in any way they could. Like, oh man, it has so many moving parts. Okay, my thing is right. I'm tired of them trying to compare apples to oranges. It's just not the same thing, son.
It's really not.
It's just not the same thing. That's my problem. It'd be different if they came out with a whole nother combustion engine.
Right.
That was like, you know what? This one is, we're gonna supersede this one.
Right.
And have this one. Son, you trying to compare it like I don't get it, son.
Oh, we got a caller already. That's how you know you on Rally Radio.
I'm telling you, son.
Let's go. Don't hang up because we just gotta make sure everything is right.
Factory.
Rally Radio, who we got in the box?
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Miller time. What it is?
Miller time.
Let's go.
I don't mean to be interrupting your dialogue, but cut off Sean's mic. Oh my God, what's wrong with that man?
Oh no.
Miller time. What happened, man? You don't like the cool breeze, baby?
You talk about it's cool out here, dude. It was 7 degrees.
Yeah,
what
son.
is wrong with you?
Yo, when I rolled in here, it was like 14.
Well, I'm talking about a couple of hours earlier.
Y'all see this mountaineer hat he got on, man?
I worked midnight, so.
Oh, you was out in the brutal last night.
Yeah, that's probably when it was crucial out there. So.
Yeah, but I do want to say this to you. Thank God for the combustible engine.
100%.
Telling you, could you imagine having an EV sitting out there waiting for this thing to heat up? How far can you go in negative? It was -13 with the wind chill.
Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, it got crazy with that wind, son. It got crazy.
Yeah. Yes, it did. I felt see the bigger one knows. That was exactly what those tech trains feel like.
Yes.
You can have the heat on for the entire round trip on the longest line in the system.
Means nothing.
By the time you do a round trip, you haven't done anything.
Yep. Nothing like them old train heat, boy. Them old trains had project heat. Step up in there with it's so hot in there, take your breath away. You like, yo, it's hot up in here. Son.
Project heat.
It's so good. You can buy a Hero, put it on that 32 for like a good 15 minutes. Flip that SOB over. Lunch is ready before you get halfway through your trip.
That's a fact. You know what was crazy the other day, man? I was talking to a co-worker, right? And I said, yo, how'd y'all heat y'all lunch up before microwaves? He said, yo, we used to put it on the heater. They used to take the lunch pail thing and put it on the heater.
Yeah.
So that when they come back from their trip, it was warm. I was like, yo.
Yes.
So what's good, Miller? What you got for us today, man? What's popping?
I want to be so thankful that, I love my truck.
Woo! Sound like we about to have another one of those. Let's go. I want to hear it. What you got?
Yeah.
No. It's nothing major. It's nothing major. It's real simple. Most vehicles now, they have heated seats, heated steering wheel and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I just got simple heat.
Yo, say that again, son, because a lot of these joints don't.
Fact.
I just turn up the power on that for the heat. And yo, I am just so thankful. And with my app, I can program my truck to turn on at a certain time. So when it's time for me to get inside, I don't have to do
Wow.
anything.
I mean, them EVs don't lack for that, but they do lack for that combustible engine heat. Ain't nothing like it.
Yeah, so that's a different level of heat. Like I'm telling you, man.
I was driving the Type R, man, and it's like yo. By the time I was here, it was like a toasty caplet. Like,
you know my thing
Right.
is though, like how they expect us to substitute that for the EVs though? Like that's my thing. Like how do they? What's the?
And
they don't. But go ahead, man.
What's
and
the logic?
and
Mm-hmm.
and let's just say, God forbid, your car doesn't turn over. At least you know it's going to be one of two things. It's going to be the alternator or the starter. One of the two. At least you know that.
Yep.
With the EV, you're not going to know unless it is actually fully operational to a point that it can tell you what the problem is. Because most of the time they're supposed to, right?
But here's the thing, though. Now, remember, with these EVs, they don't. You got to erase everything that you think you know about those cars.
Yeah.
That you think you know about cars in general, because they don't respond the same way.
Nah. Not
Exactly. That's exactly why I said what I just said. At least you know with a combustible vehicle, you know at least two components. You know that it's either the starter or the alternator.
Don't forget the battery.
Remember, ain't no starter, ain't no alternator in the EV, right?
Sorry, I didn't mean to scare everybody. That was ridiculous. I apologize early. That was ridiculous. That was my fault. My bad. But yeah, man, you gotta erase everything you know. You have to.
Right.
You have to.
Right.
You have to.
But,
I'll say this. Did you see the video that I put up? You saw the TikTok.
Yeah, I looked at that. I was like, what are you kidding? That's at least a mile.
At least a mile. Shout to my guy,
but yo,
Draco.
EV, was gonna say Miller time. EVs don't have starters. Everything is one.
There you go.
So it's like it's hard to imagine like so what do you do exactly when you get in this thing? Does it have keys? Yeah, right.
I think it got. I don't see why I have keys, but I guess I might have a key fob.
You know what we're gonna do?
I don't think it has. It probably does have one, but it's just like probably like most of the other newer vehicles where
it's just a fob.
You don't have to put it in the ignition. You just press the button, and the key needs to be in the vicinity of it so it can pick it up.
Yeah, I've never seen the EV fob though.
Like, so you know what? Now that I think about it, I did see somebody with it, and it's like a thing. But you keep it in your pocket, and when you walk close to the car, the door handles pop out. I don't know how that works when it's freezing cold. Because I don't know about y'all, but it rained. And then it got super cold, right? So when I went to go open the doors of the Infinity, I had to put a little elbow grease in that, like I had to, like, you know what I'm saying? Right. I had to put some elbow grease in there, like.
You know what? Here's a hack for you that I saw off the internet, and it works. Hand sanitizer. Before it freezes, spray it on the handle, on all four door handles.
Okay.
Why? Because it's simple. Remember, it has alcohol. Alcohol doesn't freeze.
That's true.
It does get cold, but at least you'll have some type of protection over the locking mechanism, so it doesn't freeze your locks.
I'll be honest with you. Yeah. You don't want your locks to freeze. That's a fact. I can't front. I was able to unlock it. It's just a seal. Like you heard it. I was like, oh, really? I had to pull it a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was like, yo, this is crazy. So it's definitely, this is the kind of weather where I want to hear somebody defend an EV.
I want to hear him defend the EV in any type of weather, son.
I went outside.
So you see,
because you either got intense extreme cold or intense extreme heat. Either way, you might not come out as a winner.
That's a fact. I will say this, man. After I went outside, I want to say I went outside like about 12 o'clock last night because it was brutal. I said, yo, I'm going to go outside. I said, I got to make sure I tend to the cars. You know, you got to make sure you tend to the V's, right?
Yeah.
I go to start my Infinity, and she gave me one of these. She gave me the you, and then started. You know, one of them lazy stars, like,
yo, he's a fool, son.
I was like, damn.
Yo, he's stupid.
Yo, but you know what? Shout to her, because negative. It got so cold last night, kid.
Yeah.
Jack Frost and them was having a party outside. They was getting sturdy outside. Jack Frost was like, he was getting his Pop Smoke on last night. It was brutal outside, kid. I felt sorry for somebody who's homeless, and that's what we got to remember. Shout out to everybody who celebrate Christmas, but don't forget it's about those that don't have rather than those who do. You feel what I'm saying? Because shout to them, man. I was like, bring them all into the train station, let them sleep on the train, or put them on in the homes for the night, something, because it's brutal. Put them in for the weekend, actually, and give them a little turkey dinner and a little gift, man. Stop playing, man. It's New York. So at the end of the day, after going out there, all I could think to myself is, how would you be sure that your EV is going to work? Because you have it on a charger? You better.
I think it's a straight gamble, son.
It's a dice roll.
Factory. It's a straight
Yes, it is.
dice
Yes,
roll.
it is.
Son.
Yes, it is.
Shout
Yeah,
to your favorite company, because they out here dice rolling too. We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that.
I know you will. But it was just good. It was good to know that when I got in there, I turned it on.
She was right there for you.
Right there.
Damn, son.
Ain't nothing better.
And I am more than happy. I know y'all don't want to hear this number, but yo, I'm paying $786 on note for great satisfaction.
Damn.
I got it one more time. Oh, I hear you though.
Factory, 100%.
God damn.
Can't even be mad.
I can't be mad at you.
No. Not today. Definitely not today.
Not today. Not ever. We can't be mad. Listen, you can't be mad when you winning, kid. I know everybody's sitting in Rally Radio Land laughing at my hat right now for what I got. Don't forget, I have the headphones on, so it's I look like Papa Smurf for real. I'm trying to. There we go. I'm trying to flip it around. You know what I'm saying? Looking crazy out here. But shout out to everybody listening, paying attention. Miller, you know what's going on January 14th, right?
Oh, I got to put in for that day.
Put in for it. Put in for it. It's going down.
Yeah, kid.
Trophies is being made.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna be bragging rights.
Damn,
and I hope, I don't want to brag on all of y'all, but you already know I'm winning.
I ain't going front, son. I'm definitely walking out of there with a W. It's a fact. Son.
It's hilarious.
I'm telling you, son, walk out of there, grab some gas on my way home, and just be laughing at y'all. I'm telling y'all.
This guy right here,
what,
man.
Y'all, both of y'all sound like y'all gonna crash into each other and flip over like in that video.
Oh,
yo,
God.
you saw you saw that video, right? Yeah, he looked like he was wilding.
So it's gonna get competitive though, Mill. I can tell you that much though, son.
It's gonna get competitive, but you know what? Santa's on my side.
It's a fact.
Let y'all get back into it.
Yes.
Do your thing, gentlemen.
All right, Miller.
Entertain and educate. Thank you very much, guys.
You know what to do. All right, kid. Happy holidays, Miller. You know what to do. Don't forget the 14th.
Don't forget. Put it in.
You got
Let
it.
them know.
Peace.
All right, kid. Peace. Shout out to everybody listening, paying attention. You know how we get down, man. It's the bearded one here. Don't laugh. I'm actually the bearded Santa today. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got the white beard. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely got the hat on. Look at it. Oh, boy. It's going to be interesting here today because we want to know what you want Santa to put up under your tree if you a car guy or a car girl or a car person. We're going to start putting them pronouns out there. That's hilarious. That is hilarious. Everybody's there. I ain't going to get into it. But I can't wait, man. It's gonna be interesting, man. With that being said, you got any shout outs you wanted to give?
I just want to shout out to everybody out there with them turbo cars, supercharged joints, trucks, and all that.
Let's go.
Keep it cool, man. Cause last night I had me and wifey was coming back from Queens. Me at the city run with the fam real fast.
Yes.
And we in a hub lane. You know what I'm saying? So we so happened to look over. You know what I'm saying? I seen a Type R and an M550 going at it
hard.
I'm like, yo, this is perfect weather for this. So what happens is y'all gonna laugh or may not laugh. So wifey's in front of me, right? And they dip over into the hub lane. She's like, yo, they nearly touched my bumper with all that. Like they was going hard, like money was on the line. So
right.
I was like, oh, they getting busy, but
meanwhile, we excited.
Yeah, I'm over here hyped, because we on the phone. She like, yo, you over here excited. And I'm over here like, this is blasphemy. I'm rolling. So like, and she's like, yo, they bugging. They was going hard though. I was like, yo, wow. Like, But what I was amazed at was that V8 twin turbo couldn't get away from the Type R. So it was like on him to a point where I was like, yo, he might need to sell that joint. Son.
He might need
to get rid of that.
He needs some milk.
So he had the Grandpa 5. He shouldn't have did that.
Son, but at the end of the day, I'm telling you, all of that V8 twin turbo and all that's good on the straight. Son, not in the turn.
They was on the straight though. And I'm trying to explain to you. They was on the straight, and the Type R was like, I'm not letting you have it.
Type R had work.
He did have an exhaust. I heard it was live.
Type R had work, baby.
Son, I was like, I looked at that 5 like this. Damn, son, you
might want to sell it.
You might want to sell. I want to get the M5 or something because, listen, man, I'm a firm believer like that. Japan will still give you wild performance on the dollar.
Mm-hmm.
They still doing that.
Yes,
they're still doing that because you got cars that's making almost double the power that cannot get away.
Oh man. Shout to my mom. My mom actually.
Let's go.
She actually commented. Let's go. And we're gonna put this on the screen. My mom says when they made those EV cars, they should have made a gas backup. I love it. Unfortunately, they want to back up the gas powers with EV. That is hilarious.
That's it, son. Like that's the only way they trying to back that thing up, right
there. That is hilarious. That is a fact. Shout out to my mom. She actually told me, man.
Merry
Christmas. Love my mom.
Let's
you know what I'm saying? So. With that being said, just seeing a Type R and an M5, BMW 550 go at it. You got to say to yourself, right? Do you think he got what was under his Christmas tree?
I think he got more than
he wanted that M5,
son.
And they said no. Damn. Here's the 550.
I think that's a hard one to do, though. It's just like when you went in there for the 6-speed Hellcat, they're like, yo, you got to take this auto.
No. Yo, I'm going to tell you. Shout out to everybody listening, paying attention. That was supposed to be my Christmas gift. That was Santa Claus. And I said, yo, Santa B, where's the manual? He was like, ho, 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 I don't know. He said, I already gave it to the kid up the block. You just want this auto? I told him, get out my face.
I'm telling you, man. Like that's
man, I want that.
Nah, kid. Nah, B.
That hurt me though. But at the end of the day, man, it is what it is. I want to say on my way in, right? And for those that are doing shopping right now on Christmas Eve, and we're going to talk about that a little bit. If you shopping right now, First off, you playing yourself being out in the store on Christmas Eve.
Hit the button on them, so they need the button.
You playing yourself. You
it's the understeer.
Y'all are understeer if you out there, right? I can understand picking up some trinkets or something like that, but I'm seeing people full on shopping like they ain't pick up nothing for nobody. But
y'all full blown shopping right now, so y'all need to renegotiate your life.
Can't front, kid. Can't front. I was like, yo, why everybody out here acting like they can't drive? It's like it get cold. I know you scared of the ice, but where? Like you got like the roads are so salted. It's like you're gonna see the ice. You know what I'm saying?
I definitely on my way. I definitely came across some ice. Not for nothing though. That tail of the dragon got me ready for everything.
Son. We went through a tornado. Yo, it was a quick tornado / hurricane that came through there.
Son.
We motoring 70, 80 miles an hour. We look over to the side. There was this girl that was driving a Mustang. She was in the bricks.
Son, she was in the middle part of the ditch.
Yo, how'd she get there?
And then on the other side, you had like a little renegade or something like that.
They was off to the side. They done smacked into each other. And here we go. Bang. Fly right by, kid. You gotta know what you're doing out here, man.
That's 100%, son.
Whenever you get a chance, man, take your car out there in bad weather so you know what it's gonna do when you get to those kind of situations.
And you know, another thing, like we talked about this way earlier in the show.
Yes, we did.
Performance cars are actually really safe. You got to think about the things. Bigger brakes, stronger brakes, stiffer, stronger suspension. You know what I'm saying? Bushings.
Enough power to get out of a bad situation. It's just you got to know how to use it.
It's certain things that you got to consider, like slower is not always better.
Slower is not always better. That is a factory. But with that being said, you got any other shout outs you want to give? Because we ready to start it.
I actually do, though. I actually do. Not for nothing, guys. Make sure y'all check your tires. Don't be like SI trying to run around here with bulges in their tires, man. Don't do that. Check them out. Make sure they ain't bald. Make sure they good. Make sure you don't got them specials on there.
Because if not, down the drain you go. It can get ugly quick.
It could. So your tire game now, right, son?
You're going to pay for that. Watch out.
Son, don't play. Don't play with your tire game, kid. Don't play with your tire game.
I say this. And Green Acres is a madhouse, Draco. Is crazy out there. I will say this, man. Watching these people drive, I just was like, a lot of times you just got to make sure that your car is just ready for whatever you got to do with it. You feel
100%, son. 100%.
One thing I'm realizing about my car, Grace, like, don't forget, Grace is going to pop up on the YouTube page. If you're not following us on YouTube, you're playing yourself. You can find us at Gutter Ball Rally on YouTube.
Let's go.
We will be doing a series, especially on the Infinity, called Bringing It Back to Stock. A lot of times you have a car for a long time, and I've had this car for 15, 16, 13 years. I've had 13 years, and it's been to the point where the car, when I first got it, she looked totally different than how she looked now, but she still serves a purpose. So with that being said, it's like we're going to put a series together to show you what it really takes to bring your car back to stock. And we're going to put in parentheses, slightly modified. But you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, cars could last you a long time. They could last you a really long time if you take care of them.
Yeah, I think not for nothing. I think the V can last you an appropriate amount of time. So I think you get a solid 20 out of the joint if you keep up with it.
Yeah.
Solid 20. Solid 10 for a fact.
That's what I'm talking about. Shout out to the Facebook user. He said, Sub-Zero got the flawless victory. Yeah, it was, brutal outside. I let the dog out. He came right back.
Yeah.
He was like this. Nah, I ain't even got to use the bathroom no more, fam. I just want to come back in the house.
That's real, son. I was out there just, you know what I'm saying? Just enjoying a little cool breeze real fast, though. I ain't going from me. I got a little problem with the cold. I find it comforting.
Son. He said, you got a problem with the cold. This the dude that was in the mountain drinking the water off the mountain. I ain't even going to get into it.
So they got my immune system strong, son.
Got them bubblies. Nah, but when I say you can make a car last long, I mean both time and mileage.
Yeah, I think so, son.
Time and mileage. I believe that if you do the right thing with your car, if you treat it the right way, you can get 200, especially certain brands. I'm not going to sit here and say Dodge will get you to 200,000. I don't know. Maybe there's been a couple stories, but for the most part, if you change that oil on that Toyota, you'd be shocked where you could go with it. You change the oil, you take care of your cars.
Yeah. I think so. Like, and just pay attention to them. You know what I'm saying? Just pay attention a little bit.
I think that's really the big thing.
Just pay attention a little bit.
Listen.
Yeah, just listen a little bit. Like something sounds out of whack, just do a little bit of investigation.
That's
Guarantee
it.
you'll find it before you spin out of control with it.
That's it.
But absolutely, I think you could easily reach 160,000 miles, which I think is relatively low.
Yes.
I think you can reach that without a problem.
I think 100,000 is a shot in the dark. Not really in the dark, but a shot in daylight. Like
I think 100,000 should be a breeze.
Yeah, you should be able to do that without a problem.
But you gotta remember, though, man. Some people don't know how to clean their room when they was a kid, though.
Damn. What does that have to do with But you know what? You're right.
If you can't clean your room, you ain't paying attention to your room. You don't realize the laundry over there is starting to smell. How you gonna know when this thing is starting to, when this thing acting up a little bit, huh?
I mean, you know what though? It does take a little bit of diligence. I can't lie. Like
diligence and discipline, you be all right.
Especially when you own more than one. When you own more than one vehicle.
How about when you own something that's not really known to be right?
Oh.
And you just playing yourself.
Yeah,
not even tending to it. Like you like, I'm gonna hop in and do a bucko, just turned it on.
How about I'ma just jump in it and hit VTEC in reverse while I'm parking. You got people that do that. They beat the hell out of car.
How about you gonna let your girl drive it? You know she gonna tear that thing up. Don't know the first thing about, you know what I'm saying? And people argue down to this day, oh man, you don't need to let your vehicle warm up a little bit. Now the oil is so sophisticated. False.
Right.
Reason being is because the weather don't change. Cold is cold.
That's a fact.
Cold is cold. We experienced this last night. Sub-Zero was outside. He was sending everybody with the ice joints.
That's it.
Cold is cold, son.
He definitely got he said flawless victory last night. Because the more I was just listening to that win, I was like, And let me tell you, man, I hope you ran your water last night. But that's neither here nor there. You know how we get down, man. Look, all I want for Christmas is another Quattro. Shout to my guy SP.
I already know that's SP. Let's go.
You already know
he's a Quattro. So SP, check this out real quick. My way in bed on. I ran into a R8 V10.
Oof.
Son, that joint, I was like convertible too, though. He ain't had a top down. He wasn't man enough for that one.
Oh,
he ain't had
man.
a top down.
He said he wasn't man. See,
he ain't had a top down on that, son. I would have had the top down heat blamming, right? That V10 sounded beautiful though. Give me some music, son.
Goodbye to the V10. That's gonna hurt.
How about goodbye to the RA in general? RA in general, and that one was maybe like a 2016, 2017 jump off. Though.
Yes,
It was nice. White one. You can tell he dropped it was dirty. You can tell he
it's
dropped
a
that.
daily.
Yeah,
I love it.
What? Let's go.
I love it.
Keep the change, you
Quattros,
filthy
baby.
animal.
Let's go.
Well, I tell you what, we about to jump right into the
Let's
show.
go,
Shout to my guy, Damon. He tapped in. What's good, man? How you feeling, man? That's my guy right
Let's
there.
go, Damon. That's dangerous, Damon.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
dangerous,
man,
Damon.
Let's go.
Yeah, he probably wrenching right
Nah,
now.
he probably is.
He
son.
probably wrenching
He
right
don't
now.
know No days off with that. Let's go. son.
Let's go. Shout everybody's yo, happy holidays to everybody. Shout out to everybody. I know y'all see my little Christmas spirit over here.
Yeah,
Excuse
yeah.
me. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to make it get out my way.
Let's
But
go.
with that being said, if you ain't got no more shout outs,
I'm good.
I ain't got no more shout outs.
Let's go.
We about to set it off. And
Mhm.
here
We
go. Now,
yeah.
if you tuned in last week, I know you heard a couple things. What you got for him on the recap, my dude?
Factory. So if you guys tuned in last week, man, y'all so happen to forget. Try not to make it a habit.
Say it again.
Try not to make it a habit if you ain't tuned in last week. And also, man, don't forget to share, like, and subscribe, and love.
Say that
all
again.
That. Don't forget to share, like, subscribe, love it, give it to your nieces, nephews. Hell, let the dog listen to it, baby. This is a family.
Oh,
baby. Let's go.
speak
Fact.
that language.
Let's go. Speak the lingo.
Let's go.
Do it, right?
What you got?
Not for nothing. So y'all know we talked about this last week. Takata airbag had got up another death.
Yes.
Oh man.
Honda Accord.
Honda Accord. What year was that? Like
2002.
2002 Honda Accord. So man, y'all gotta take those things in. You gotta get them checked out. This is a life or death situation. Y'all playing around. Y'all gotta do that. Y'all gotta handle that, man. Cause you know what? Don't be worried about if you go to the dealer. They told me you need new this, new that. Don't worry about none of that.
They're gonna try to sham you. That's
They
what
gonna
it
sham.
is.
That's
They're gonna try
fine.
to sham you. They're gonna try to sham you, but
That's
it's all
fine.
good.
Staying strong. Unless you got some dough to cop, then go cop. Nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? But take care of your business though, because you don't want to be caught out there with a shard in your neck and you got the kids in the back.
Say
Nobody want to see that.
no.
Nobody want to see that. Right?
Sounds brutal.
It does. Another one that I think was pretty interesting from last week.
Yes.
The Shelby Eleanor from Going in 60 Seconds. This wild lady was trying to sue everybody.
So now what it was now everybody saw the movie Gone in 60 Seconds.
I hope so.
Right? If you didn't see it, you're under a rock. I'll allow you to turn the show off and actually go watch it.
Facts.
You need to see that, right?
Yeah, I think that's a. You know what I'm saying? That's a right.
Wow, I said that and we lost like 2 people. Wait, I was just joking.
Rite of passage though. Come back.
Come on back. But in the meantime, Gone in 60 Seconds, as everybody knows, is based on a character with Nicolas Cage. It's actually a remake from an earlier movie in the 70s. Now, the Eleanor is actually a Shelby GT 500 1967 fastback
Factory.
that was actually in the movie that they actually made look beautiful. Now, this is the car that Nicolas Cage had a fear of. You know, at the end of the day, it was the car, the hero car to show
character,
and everybody gonna want to have a remake. So the wife of the creator of that car, the wife of the creator did not want people remaking that car because she said her husband created a character, and because he created a character, they should have to pay in order to redo a car to look like that. They took it to court and they won. Shelby won against her.
After 10 years, after a decade battle though.
After a decade battle, she fought for 10 years. But at the end of the day,
It's the understeer.
you know, we're not.
Nah, she get the understand though, but I definitely feel her like she trying to fight for her man. I hear that 100% though. But as you said it last week, you think that's what he would have wanted though?
No. Any creator, what do you want the most of? You want your art to be out to the world.
Factory, yeah, 100%.
And it is what it is. He says 0. She's a 0. But I will say this: at the end of the day, they did rule in automakers' favor. So now, if you want to make a remake of your own Eleanor in your garage,
Factory,
you can do that. And you know what? It makes me think about. It makes me think about all these other cars that have character.
Yeah.
You think if you wanted to make a kit car, you had to pay? You think if you wanted to make any of the Fast and Furious cars, you had to pay? No.
Nah, son, you right.
She was just going for the gusto.
Nah,
kid.
she was going for the gusto on that one. And you know what? She probably was like, yo, no. He probably told her something before. Like, yo, man, you know, I don't want to
doubt it. I doubt it. He was like this, yo, remember that Eleanor thing I made? Make sure it's around the world. But at the end of the day, we can't knock her. I can understand that, that's probably the last thing that she's really, really holding on for her husband.
Yeah,
but you would think that wherever she goes, she see that car, the first one she would think about is.
You would think so, though, but let's call it, you know what I'm saying? Selfish.
Yeah, she's being greedy. But
greedy.
What else you got for us, kid?
Another good one that I found pretty horrible, actually, that Subaru had a 276,000 recalls on their vehicles.
It's ridiculous.
They talking about, they acting like Honda and Kia, y'all. Leave the V's outside. They liable to catch fire.
Hold up. They said the cars are liable to catch fire.
Oh, man, son.
They said park it 50 feet away from your house. Now, what happens if you live in the inner city? If you park your car 50 feet from your house, where's that?
Sounds like being in front of your man crib.
It's in front of somebody else.
Like, yo, what you doing? Yo, fam, Subaru said I got to park it somewhere.
They said I got to park it 50 feet away. I don't know what to tell you. They said as a matter of fact, just make sure that you park it away from your house. Don't park it in the garage or anything. So that's actually interesting. We had to stop the music for that.
That's a terrible thing, though. You know what bothers me the most? Because I'm pretty sure, right, when they manufacture these V's, they not thinking about the inner city. Like, yo, where they gonna park this at?
Shout to my guy, yo.
Let's go.
Draco be on the move. He said not to cut you in and out like NASCAR. Got everybody gives 30 minutes flat. On the GameStop. Well, don't forget to pick up that Turismo then. We're going to see y'all because Turismo getting funky out there.
Yeah, don't forget to pick up that Gran Turismo because I need to see his 30 seconds or less there, man.
Let's
see
go.
what's going on right there.
Let's go.
Come on, baby.
So what else you got?
Yeah, man. Subaru need to do better. They only make about 15 cars a year anyway.
That was a shot.
I do like Subi, though, but they, you know what I'm saying? They playing softball for some reason.
I don't know. I'm not really a fan of them.
Really?
I shouldn't have said that.
Damn.
I shouldn't have said that.
I mean, they
Aaron, I'm sorry. Shout out to my guy, Aaron.
That's a fact. Shout out to Aaron, man. That word too. Damn, son.
Nah, I can't front, son. I love the way they sound and all that. But at the end of the day, unless it's a full track version, I haven't seen a reliable one yet.
Damn, you know, see, this is what we have our debates at. Like, I feel like they're fantastic until you start touching them the wrong way. The wrong way. Everything has an upper bound, son.
That's true. Shout out to the Facebook. You said I don't like their head gasket problem. Oh boy. That's what I'm saying, son.
But listen, man, some of the greatest things have some of the wildest problems. So what do you want?
I mean,
with great power comes great responsibility. We forgot about that.
I
remember this. I remember right when I was a young boy. I was a young boy running around.
Yes.
And I remember when the STI Subaru first touchdown.
Yes.
They was cleaning up everything.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
And that's what made me fall in love with them. I remember when I was a young boy, right? I was living South Ozone. This older Trinidadian guy had a two-door STI. I don't know where he got this joint from, son. Lime green joint. What? No,
continue on.
Yo, he had this lime green joint. I used to always be at the bus stop. He used to always turn up 123rd Street.
Green,
nice green joint, son.
My stomach hurt already.
No, it was tasteful. It was tasteful. It wasn't like, oh man, pepper. It wasn't something crazy. You look at it like, yo, the color was like out of Gran Turismo. That's what it reminded me. It reminded me of a Gran Turismo car.
Okay.
He used to turn up the block and let the block have it, son.
Well, I tell you what.
It was a beautiful. It was like a 99. It was like one of those versions.
Like
a 98, 99, you know what I'm saying? 96, 97 body style.
I tell you what.
Beautiful car.
I'm not afraid. I'm not all the way against him. Shout to my guy Will. He had a STI. And when they first touched down, I believe it was 2003, 2004.
Yeah, 2003 around there. Yeah.
He had one of the first STIs.
Those are the bug eyes you referring to.
Yes.
I'm talking about this one was the square eye one with the round back.
Oh nah, this one
like almost the 22B version.
Oh man, we got another caller.
Let's see.
Rally Radio, who we got in the box?
Let's go.
You know who it is.
Let's go. Aaron. Let's go. You called him out.
Yo, Aaron, I'm sorry.
I've responded to the bad signal in a long time. I haven't called him.
Let's go.
I wanted to go and call him, but then I heard my name.
Let's go.
Yo, Aaron, I gotta say, man. Let me ask you a question. Are Subarus reliable in your opinion?
No. Everybody who gets a Subaru knows that.
Man, that's crazy.
Well, let me say this. Once you start modding them, no. Yeah, they're definitely not reliable. And yeah, I don't see what you'll be getting one for if you're not modding it.
But you know what, though?
So wait, hold on, Beto. You saying it's no point in getting one if you're not going to mod it?
in my opinion.
Really?
But yeah.
He got a point though, because I feel like that's what Subaru stands on though.
Yo,
Exactly. That's how I feel. But yeah, maybe I'm wrong.
I don't know. I know every time. So boom, y'all go. So last week I seen a clean 2005 one,
Okay,
blue one, gold wheels, gold
nice.
calipers,
Oh wow.
stock. I thought that joint was one of the most prettiest Subarus ever. I'm like, yo, them things, they remind me of an Evo stock. Like if you keep them clean like
Right.
that, son, you can't go wrong. I don't know. I think you can't go wrong with one stock.
I feel like though. I feel like how you said, Aaron. If you tune a car, I feel like
Right.
everything can go wrong. But I feel like that's a lot of cars. I remember like even with Hondas. I feel like if you tune a Honda to a point, you could really like make it unreliable.
But that's what I mean. So again, if you touch it the wrong way, it's gonna go sideways.
Yes.
It's gonna go
Yeah,
sideways.
but the problem with in my opinion, the problem with the Subaru, once you touch it anyway, it's
Damn.
gonna go sideways. Yeah.
So wait, is that
especially with that EJ, especially that EJ25 and even the EJ20 had a lot of problems. The EJ25, once you touch it, yeah, you're in a problem already.
Wow.
all right, so I gotta ask you this, Aaron. So what you think the purpose of Subaru not changing that layout then? Because something had to be right with it.
Well, it lasts if you don't do anything with it.
That's what I mean. Gotta be something.
Yes, it does last. Again, don't do anything with it, and you keep the oil level right because
Yeah,
they
that's
do
what I'm
burn oil,
saying.
especially the turbocharged models.
It
Right,
gotta be
yeah.
something. If you don't mess with it, gotta be something that makes them like, you know what, we can keep producing this.
I feel like, you know what, when it comes down to it,
Yeah.
I feel like it could definitely it's definitely a good car. I'm not gonna say it's a bad car.
Mhm.
I just when it comes down to it, I had the choice when I went to get the Type R, right? And I think I told a lot of
Right.
people this. When I went to get the Type R, it was a choice. I was looking at a couple cars. Subaru STI was one of them,
Mhm.
and I was looking at an Evo,
Mhm.
and then I was like,
Oh
yeah, and then I looked at the Type R.
Mm.
And when I looked at the 3, the only thing that shined out to me was really what Honda's giving you versus
Right,
what
right.
Subaru and Evo is going to give you.
Okay.
And the more I looked at it, I was like, don't get me wrong, Subaru and Mitsubishi, they're giving you all-wheel drive turbo, 300 horsepower, manual.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But at the end of the day, can they give you that last thing? And that's that reliability.
once you start, well, that motor that you're using in the Honda, that's pretty new, right? Like probably like 5-6 years.
Well, the K20, the K been out for a little while now. Now we talking 2000
You talking
and
about the turbocharged version?
the turbocharged K. Yes,
Yeah, that case.
that's
Okay,
pretty
so
new.
the
Yeah,
5-6 years.
yes.
That's probably less than that though, right?
Now, because the first Type R, the first no,
Oh, you talking? Oh, so overseas. So yeah, it's been about 5-6 years. Then if you
Yeah,
talking about that,
'cause they had a
other version, yeah.
the pre-Type R had it. But I will say though, they've been experimenting with turbocharging even since the days of the SI.
Mm.
You know
Oh,
that.
wow.
So I feel like Honda been preparing for this,
Right.
but I don't feel like they did it the wrong way,
Okay.
especially for a
Right,
car
right.
company that was NA for the most part.
Yeah, they've been NA for a little minute though.
You know,
Yeah, yeah.
they didn't jump into it wrong. And then when you think about it, Subaru Evo been turbo for a long time. You figure whatever issues, they right or wrong,
They
they,
would have had it ironed
Right,
out. Okay.
they should have ironed it out by now. So
Yeah.
especially
You should have. Yeah.
especially how we sitting here saying that the EJ20 they've been in these cars for how long?
Mm.
So
Right. You're talking about 99. Before they're like 96, 97.
Yeah.
Right.
It's been turbo for a minute.
Right.
Factory.
So we talking, and then now if we look at the 4G63,
Mm.
not
Right.
saying that power plant has made its way in a lot of
Yeah.
different places.
That's
But from
how-
what I understand, the issue with the Evo is not the engine, it's the transmission.
Mm.
Yeah, right. The transmission and the axle. Yeah,
Ooh.
that's already about transmission.
But wait though, this is after you try to put 1,000 horsepower in it. I'm lost.
Right.
This is after you
Yeah,
try
no,
to.
no,
This
This
is
is after
crazy.
you start to mess with it, not from stock. From
Exactly.
stock.
This is when you try to. You know what? I got a bag that could hold 5 apples. I'm gonna put 20 in here though. It's like one of those. I don't know, man. I don't know, y'all. I'm just saying.
I will say this: when it comes down to it, I was looking for a car
Mhm.
that one gives me the bang for my buck, and that's another thing. The markup. Don't get me wrong. The Type R had a markup. I ain't even gonna play myself and say it didn't. But
Yeah, one time I was running for 50.
right, they was go and when they came out, they was 36. So it's like even I paid 40,
So
and
you-
it was used.
You paid the brand new price.
I paid the brand new on the markup price.
Fact.
But to me, it was so well worth it. I just feel like the Subaru, it's not it for me. I don't trust the I don't trust it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
When I
Damn, that's real though.
but I will say this.
Yeah.
Seeing Aaron drive his,
Yeah.
I was like,
yeah.
wow.
Now Aaron made me
That's
want
a
one.
thing of the past.
Damn.
I mean, I will look at it like this. It inspired me because I can't lie. I ran into a STI in the lot like a couple blocks up from me.
Yeah.
Right.
And the more I see it, the more I'm like,
Yeah.
Because I think about,
Right.
but then I think about the carb tuning thing and everything. But I think about Aaron's. That joint. There was a point we was on the rally, and he was like drifting it in the dirt. Like remember we was up on that mountain.
Yeah.
And he was,
Yeah.
shout to Shy. He said he said he knew it was you because he heard you. Having mad fun.
Nah, it's a fact. Son.
Yeah, you have good fun in the snow and the rain until you hit something.
He said till you hit something. That's it, right? Party done after that.
Yo, shout to my guy Damon. He said that's why there's adapter plates and a piggyback harness to swap the Subi motor with a Honda K series. The nerve of them.
Yeah, that's a technical.
You ever seen that specific stuff?
Yeah, I see it.
Oh wow.
Let me tell you, the one thing I can say about Honda and shout Damon, he's right.
Yeah.
There's so many different applications where they take out that motor and put a K series in it. I remember the first time I ever heard of a car, another motor being put in a car from a Honda was the Lotus.
Yeah.
They was taking the motor out of the Lotus Elise and putting the Type R B18 C5 in there, and it was murdering.
Yeah, you know what? I'm definitely here and I'm definitely with that, but I just don't see why though. I don't see why with certain things. Is
because
like
the tuning potential.
Say it again.
Okay, but wait though.
Through the roof.
You know, I get that part though, but we don't want to know what this do though. Why we can't go over here with this?
Let me ask you a question. Which one you think costs more to break open?
Okay,
that Type R motor or that Lotus motor?
The Lotus engine does, right? But
definitely.
Why not see what that Lotus is really about though? But see, that's my thing. I be the guy like this.
If you have the funds,
okay, funds. All right, funds. If funds is not a question, but I don't even think funds. If funds wasn't a question, I think people still will go other route. Because I don't think people really sit there and be like, you know what? I really want to see what's going on with this. I don't think people really go that way. I'll tell
you this much. When it came down to me looking at it, I thought about every aspect.
Okay.
I thought about Evo. Evos have a strong aftermarket, just like Subaru does. They have a strong, but I was like, which one do I trust more?
Right.
I trust Honda.
Definitely. Ooh.
When you think about it. When you think about it. So with that being said, Aaron, what we expecting to see from you, man? Are you showing up the 14th? Get ready because we're going to we're getting a little bit of go-kart racing in, bruh.
Oh yeah. That's right in my neck.
We getting trophies and everything. I can't wait.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy.
I can't wait, man. Are we getting trophies out and everything, Aaron? It's going down.
Oh yeah. I'll be there.
That's what I'm talking about. So what's your plans now, right? So now, if you had to choose and Santa's putting it under your tree free of charge.
Supra.
Right.
Probably get a Supra, right, Aaron?
Free of charge under my tree.
Free of charge.
That's really difficult. Yeah, I'll have to think about it all year.
Man.
I would like to believe that it would be another Subaru though. I think that car fits you.
I wouldn't go back there.
No?
No, I wouldn't go back there unless unless it was free. but if you say free of charge, then obviously you won't go with 40,000 or whatever or 34,000 a year, but you would go over the top. Yeah.
So maybe Porsche?
That's why we're taking a lot of time to think about that.
Yeah, maybe Porsche?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Porsche is how do they say Porsche is the everyday sports car?
That's what they claim.
I believe
You
it.
know, I was thinking about a 996.
Let me tell you something, Aaron.
Non-turbo though.
Let me.
Now the 4S is still nice. The 4S is still a good one.
No, let me tell you something. First off, no turbo, no tuning issues. Nothing you really got to worry about there. That's great. That's one, right?
Or that's if you go to that's if you go to NA route.
Right.
Okay.
And two, those three numbers together to me are great. Whatever brand you're talking about. When I hear 996, I think Ducati. I was like this. Oh, I love. Listen, 996. Those numbers just go. Matter of fact, I'm playing that in the lotto tonight.
Factory, right? Factory.
Good luck.
So Aaron, I gotta ask you though. You ain't go with a Supra?
Yeah, I love the Supers also, you know. But then after a year, for me, like if I go in that direction, it will be the R34.
Oh, you just shot him.
This guy Aaron. See, I thought you was on to something, man. Forget about
I was listening in last week. Yeah,
Forget about it, man.
Yeah, you all were giving people tough options. Yeah.
Forget about it, son.
But yeah, the Acura would definitely have to go. Yeah, that Acura is definitely getting junk.
Garbage can.
Garbage can.
Damn.
Yo, I can't front. I can't front. Like I said, I would roll race the Acura. I would drag race. No, I would daily the Acura.
30.
I would drag race the R34, and I would sell a Supra because of the value.
Damn. I don't know, son. Like that's a tough one to do, son. That's a tough one to do. That's tough. I hear that.
Shout to those that's tuning in on Twitch.
Let's go, Twitch.
We got people tuned in. That's what I'm talking about. Oh man, it's live in here, Aaron. Yo, Aaron, don't forget January 14th.
Factory.
We outside.
Yep.
Early. We always
I'll definitely be there.
Yes, the 14th. We want everybody to meet up here at the station. We're gonna put all the information out.
Yep.
But because you already out there, we'll meet you out there.
Yeah, word.
Right.
And it's gonna be so it's gonna go as follows. Whoever has the fastest time, we're gonna pay for that go round. He said me. You heard him? Oh,
listen, I ain't putting nothing past Aaron, man.
This
guy,
he's a wheeler.
When we had the money giveaway, my man Tom was the highest. So I'm shit.
And we ain't forget about you neither. We gotta send some bread his way. Yo, not for that. We're gonna pay for that lap, and we're gonna pay for your victory lap.
Oh, the victory! Oh, wow!
So if whoever pulls the fastest time, you're getting paid for that.
Yep.
And then we're gonna pay for you to go out on the track one more time on some We the Champion. We are the champion.
It's a spin though.
Yo, make sure my brother there. You know, my brother from another mother. The guy with the Mustang. He always calls it.
To my Phil.
Phil is on.
Phil.
You know,
Phil's ready. He ready right now.
Actually,
Okay.
Phil said he gonna claim victory.
That's what he claimed. We don't know yet. That's what he claimed. We don't know. Listen, man.
But we gonna see because y'all forgetting it's a dark horse over here. B.
Yeah,
I'm actually on a weight loss plan because I'm trying to trim weight everywhere I can get to make sure I win.
Listen, son. Listen. It's a spin to it though. Whoever win gotta say all hell Supra though. That's it.
Yo, don't believe this.
That's
guy.
it, son. That's the spin on it though.
That's gonna be his spin. If my time is better than yours, yo.
Listen, man, it's gonna be real competitive. Aaron, I hope you're ready. You know what I'm saying?
I'm ready.
That's it, kid. That's about it.
Well, don't forget to check us out. You know what to do, kid. Yo, Aaron, we're gonna get on with the show. Appreciate you for tuning in.
Keep doing all this thing, man.
Yes, let's get it.
Factory.
All right,
Later. All hail with Supra. That's hilarious. Shout
all of them.
That's hilarious. Shout to my mom. She said, I thought Subarus are supposed to be such good cars, especially if you got into an accident, it's supposed to be able to sustain a crash. Now crash ability, Subaru and Volvo to me are in the same.
Yeah, they you know what? Even so, right? What made me fall in love with Subaru is that they old drive capability. They was the first ones to start the equal length axles.
Yes.
They was one of the people that started that. They was one of the companies that started that type of thing.
Yes.
And that's why I migrated towards them. I'm like, you know what? Because remember we had that 26 Impreza?
Yes.
Yo, phenomenal sun and snow. Like it was just, I'm talking about, I done jumped a snow hill in that joint. I was like, oh, really? This is what we doing? We good like that? Yeah, I remember driving one day. You know what farm is that? Driving down Farmers. Right? You had this Beamer old drop spinning out. He was losing his mind.
Yes.
Infinity somewhere, G35 stuck off in the corner.
Yes.
And I'm just around him like this, wailing. 30 though, miles an hour going around him like this.
What?
And the Subi like this. Oh, my bad, y'all. Excuse me.
I will say this. That's the same way I feel about my M35 though. I watch cats lose it all the time. I can't front. I actually try to lose it. Like, let's go. We try to go into the turn hard with gas. But let's see what's gonna happen.
But you know what I have learned though? Your M35 system might be updated though.
Meaning
that the suspension from the computer from when they intervene, all that might very well may be updated, right?
I can't front. It does intervene if it feels you losing control. It will jump in.
You gonna laugh. So I remember, right? I went to go see my grandma. Went to go see her grave, right? We had the 400 red sport, right?
Oh,
he's out there with the 400 red. And I didn't know that when you make this right turn, it was. I went somewhere in like February. It was mad cold, right? The whole spot was ice.
Right.
Yo, I made the right turn. The car went left, and it brought me right back regular, son.
Oh.
I was like, mind you,
they do that.
Mind you, it had high performance tires on it though, so it was like, oh, like how did they do that?
They do that.
And that's when I was like, yo, that's when I believed in Infinity. I'm like, nah, Infinity's on the something.
You see the slip pop up on the screen?
Son, the slip ain't even. It didn't even pop up. It just corrected me, son. Nothing popped up.
Yo, shout to Phil. He said the belt tensioner went on the Subaru last night.
Damn.
Oh man.
He might got an old legacy or something. He never declared that one, son. Which one you got, Phil?
Yo.
Every time you turn on your spark plugs, your injectors. Get a Supra.
Well, shout to Phil. Shout to Damien. He wanted to know where y'all going and where. Damien, if you're listening, we going to Supercharged in New Jersey. It's going to be January 14th. That's a Saturday. We all meeting up. Well, this is for everybody that's listening to. We all want everyone to meet up here at the station because we're going to go after the show.
Yep.
So everybody put in your bets. We're going to have a trophy.
Yep.
He said he got an 05 Outback.
Damn, I know. That's the problem, Phil, man. Come on, baby.
Well, Phil just got to get back and forth to work, baby. We ain't work.
That's true. Okay.
It is what it is. But don't forget, we all going to be taking our pilgrimage down to Supercharged. Supercharged is open. Shout to Marlon, the resident Toyota guy, because he been putting up videos of somebody with their GoPro going around. Stop doing that.
Damn, son.
You giving people an idea.
Cheating already, man. This is what I'm talking about, man. We got to keep it sanctioned, baby. We got to keep it right.
Yo, shout to Erica Marie. I see you over there,
Erica
kid.
Marie.
Yo,
let's go.
Shout to you. Merry Christmas. You know how we do. Merry
Exactly.
Christmas. I know y'all laughing at my hat.
Exactly.
But it's all good. We about to jump into the show, man. Shout to everybody who's listening, paying attention. For those that are tuned in right now, just drop a like wherever you are. Just drop a like, whatever platform that you on. It helps us. You know what I mean? Yes, drop a like out there. Let us know. Like it, subscribe it, share it. We're gonna have a lot more coming up. This 2023 is gonna be very interesting, but we're gonna save it for that. So with that being said, you ready to jump in?
Let's go.
Here we go.
Weekly facts. Auto news for all the listeners, only on Rally Radio.
All right, so we're gonna set it off with this first little bit of automotive news we have.
What we got?
It looks like the online car market bring a trailer.
Dang.
Everybody knows bring a trailer. That's my Santa. That's the Christmas tree for me.
That's a fact. Bring a trailer.
I've been to bring a trailer and I've seen some of the most glorious cars you could think of for sale.
100%. So they definitely have machines up there.
They have machines.
They do, kid.
Sharon is Karen factory.
They do.
They have some machines up there. So it looks like they made it says the Bring a Trailer says they made a record 1.3 billion of cars were sold on the site this year alone as collectors took to buying classic and pre-owned cars. What's your thoughts on that, man?
I'm telling you, you know what it is? The cars, how you say the cars of the future past? Something like that. You say something cool like that. Like those are the cars you want, son.
Whoa, hold up. Gotta stop you. Damien. He said my car's going up on Bring a Trailer in about a month.
What car? Not the RX-7.
Yes. Oh, could we have a moment of silence? I got just one moment of silence. How do you say goodbye? All right, we good. I hate to see that.
I hate to see that because I won't get a shot at it, son.
Nah, yo,
Damn,
stop, because y'all know, you know Damien about that life.
I know.
Stop.
But come on, Dave, you can't do that to me, kid. Come on.
Damien about that life, son. He be here tomorrow. He be like, yo, so you said you wanted to run? Oh boy.
Come on, son, can't get a shot. Damn.
But it looks like they made a lot of money. Now, like you said, you said that the future of cars past.
Yeah, like those V's, man, like they're so nostalgic and they bring just such a different wave to driving. Like,
Yes, they did.
Do you remember? I know you remember because you obviously have a CRX at the crib.
Yes, I do.
And it's something about that analog driving like that I just love so much.
I'm gonna be honest with you. My CRX, my original red CRX, had no power steering, no air conditioning, right? So it was
by choice. That was by choice.
That was by choice.
Okay,
I took it out.
He was wilding,
right? No power steering, no brake assistance outside of
so you talking about no ABS?
No ABS, no none of that. It was manual. It was the essence of driving.
See, that's what I mean. Like in a lot of these cars.
See,
damn,
and I'm gonna say, yeah, you did, and I'm gonna say, that at the end of the day, I learned how to truly drive a car with that car.
You see what I'm saying? Like that's what people. I'm trying to tell you, trying to recapture. People are trying to recapture that drive, that experience.
Yes,
because that was. I'm telling you, man. You know, one thing that bothers me now is that all these cars got this much tech on it, right?
Yes, they do.
I remember I once experienced this lady, right? She was backing up a 428 BMW, right?
Yes.
2017 joint, right? She's backing up. You know, everything at that point comes with a backup camera.
Yes.
She still managed to back into a car, bro. Now that's what bothered me. It's like, yo, we get like everybody. You have the tech,
right?
You still don't know what to do with it though. So on top of it, she don't know what to do with it.
Yes.
She probably doesn't even know how to back up no more without this camera.
That's a fact.
So what I'm trying to say is like we have all this technology and we still don't know what to do with it, and then it robs us from our experience.
Yes, it does.
So what I'm saying is people are trying to recapture that experience and that drive, that analog feeling,
and they willing to pay.
Visceral. Yes, I'm saying they willing to pay for it. Now it's like, you know what? Damn, man, I missed that. I missed the cable connection. I missed I missed all that.
I'll tell you what, on a side note, Damien said the next lane is open till it's gone. Oh boy. Leave him alone.
I might have to bring the ZX for that one, son. I don't know, son.
Man, you better the bike. He might, yo, son. I ain't even gonna get it.
Might let me video Susie or something.
He put up a video where he destroyed the bike. You remember that?
He did what?
I'm gonna leave it alone. Listen, Damien, we don't want no problems, man. We know.
Kid, keep it, Damien. Keep it. Don't bring a trailer yet, son. Keep it, baby.
I say hold on to it, but I will say this: when you see companies like Bring a Trailer sell over $1.5 billion, 1.35 billion in sales.
But wait though, do you remember when Bring a Trailer wasn't even litty yet?
Yes.
Do you remember that?
They said it's up 63% from last year.
That's what I'm saying. I remember I was looking at Bring a Trailer when Bring a Trailer was not even hot yet. Like I was looking like, damn, man, it's a lot of cars up here. Like
the reason
started taking off, son.
The reason being is because one, it's a recession. People could use that money. That's one. Two, these cars that are being sold, they know they'll never be able to get them again.
So how do you feel comfortable with that? Unless you was never really truly
feel comfortable selling it?
Yeah, like unless you was really never truly into it out there.
Nah. No? Let's take Damien for instance. Shout to Damien, not to use you as an example, but as he said, it gotta go. At the end of the day, he probably got some future endeavors and he has to part with it. Whatever that is. And it's not for us to second guess him. You can't look at Damien Carr and say he's not a car guy.
That's a fact.
That's a fully built RX-7 drag race. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't say that. So you're gonna have people that's gonna have cars that is probably time. It's just time. They like I think about it. 80 years old, can't climb in the car. Got grandkids that got to get through college. I know what y'all gonna say.
But they could climb in the car.
Right? But it's just how it is. It's just the progression of life, bro. I gotta say, me personally, I'm nowhere near that, which is one of the reasons why I've held on to the dream of a CRX this long, even though There's cars that are more powerful. There's cars that came out that are better. But at the end of the day, it's my dream. And not for nothing, bring a trailer is helping people live their dreams. They're able. Okay, maybe you wasn't able to build a LS powered RX-7, but you can buy one. That says a lot. That says a lot.
Man, that's very interesting. I ain't going front. That's very, very interesting right there.
Shout to the Facebook. He said, I think a lot of people are going to be underwater on a lot of these cars. You know what? I would agree with you up until a point. Because the value of autos has to me tripled.
Yeah, I think they even quadrupled, and nobody's gonna be in the water. I think everybody's gonna start flowing. They're gonna have a spare paddle. They're gonna be acting crazy because this is like, for instance, right? Damien's car.
Yes.
You see one of those, you're gonna be like this. What is that?
That's what I'm saying. You're gonna want it.
For real, you're gonna want it. Then it's gonna be like this. Damn,
listen,
son, this thing serious. Like,
if I could bid, I would.
I'm trying to tell you.
If I could bid, I would. I'd be like this, yo. You know what? Okay, we're starting bid. I'll put my bid in early.
Yeah, word, like, nah.
It may go for like 60.
This is what I'm saying, son. So you're not gonna really be underwater. If anything, you're gonna definitely come out of this swimming. You're gonna have 2 great white sharks with you. You're gonna be on deck.
Let's go. Shout to my guy Camacho. Yo, Camacho, we see you.
Camacho.
Camacho just recently had a birth in his family. I think he had a little boy.
Oh, let's go.
Congratulations to him.
Let's go.
You know what I'm saying? He's tuned in. I will say this though, right? When you look at the car sales in general, the way things are going, this shows you that people do not want or trust electric vehicles.
Nah.
Because you don't see electric vehicles going for this kind of money.
Nah.
And that's telling you a lot.
It's telling you a whole lot because you got to think about it, man. Like we said before, if these EVs came out at the same time combustible engines came out, these joints wouldn't be no talk right now.
Nah, we wouldn't care about them.
At all. It wouldn't matter if it's new. It wouldn't matter if it had, oh man, we tried, you know. It wouldn't, none of that would matter, kid.
Well, I'll tell you what, man. We're going to get into a little bit more. Funny that you said that. Tesla driver blames San Francisco Bay Bridge crash on full self-driving. Y'all think I'll be making this up. And this be right here in front of everybody. The Thanksgiving accident was one of several that snarled traffic for holiday travelers. The operator of a Tesla that reportedly caused an 8-car pileup on San Francisco Bay Ridge during the Thanksgiving travel rush told police that the car was operating in full self-driving mode at the time of the incident, blaming the crash on a malfunction in the software rather than human error. The California Highway Patrol released this report to the outlet this week. The report confirms that the police obtained the video of the accident, likely from the traffic cameras, that confirmed initial reports that the Tesla was traveling about 55 miles an hour before moving to the left lane and sharply braking, setting off the chain reaction accident that hospitalized 2 young passengers in another car. The crash tied up 2 lanes of traffic for 90 minutes on San Francisco while leaving town for the holiday. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration on Thursday announced that it will be investigating the Bay Ridge crash. What's your thoughts on that?
Sound like phantom braking to me.
It sounds like phantom braking.
Sound like phantom braking, baby.
Now, shout to those who's listening, paying attention. Like I said, don't forget, wherever you are, just drop a like for us. Let us know you rocking with us. Listen to this information.
Damn, son.
This guy owns a Tesla, so because he owns a Tesla, he gets this.
It's the understeer.
Sorry, I had to drop it off right there. But at the end of the day, he owns a Tesla. He's driving on the San Francisco Bay Bridge. Now, we all know what that is.
Yep.
That's the big red bridge,
Fact.
the Golden State Bridge, right?
Fact, yeah.
He's driving. They said cameras picked up that at 55 miles an hour, he hit a sharp right and changed lanes and then hit the brakes.
Yeah, he hit a far left lane. You know what I'm saying? Then brakes abruptly slowed him down.
Come on.
Phantom braking, bro. He didn't abruptly stop. He wasn't intending to stop.
That car was like software. We're trying to save you. See what I'm saying? At the end of the day, we got to think of that. And I don't think Santa Claus like that too much, man. I got to stop.
It's the understeer.
He gets the understand, in my opinion, for owning it. But and then you get to understand for being in full self-driving.
It's the understeer.
And that's my problem, man. Like, people, I feel like people are like, they leaving the weirdest things and they're leaving the weirdest things not in the hands of their life anymore.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, yo, you leaving it up to this computer to get you out of here.
Right.
How you do that?
But you know what, though? A lot of people believe that. Shout to Jessica Grandy. Happy holidays. You see my little Santa Claus hat on. I hope you get everything you want for Christmas. Put it under the tree. That's what I'm talking about. Shout to her. And she's actually bigged up the community. She actually added somebody to the community. And you know, whenever you add somebody to the community, you get one of these from us. You know what I'm saying?
Though.
You're going to get one of the clap ups for us. Shout to you. My thing is, right? And this is why I don't trust her. Like, my wife's car has not full self, but the car will drive and steer on its own, following the lines in the road. And I was more shocked, but I could also not 100% trust that.
Nah, so I don't know how you could.
So
I don't know how a person can do that.
I'll tell you what, you put your two hands on the steering wheel, right? Now, if you take your hands off the steering wheel, it beeps. Like, put your hands back. They want to make sure you have full control. My wife has a 2021 Toyota Venza, right? And not for nothing, it picks up lines and makes, like, if the lines change, it changes with it. But you do feel that at any moment this thing could lose control. So you got to keep that in mind. Oh, he's building. She said the guy that she sent to us, the one that she put in the group, he's building a Supra from scratch. Look at SI, Jessica.
Right,
look at him over here. You see him over here. You just made his day, Jessica. You just made his day,
son.
He's building a Supra.
I'm telling you, man. Ain't nothing like a Supra, baby.
The more you look at this Tesla Model S Plaid thing, like you look at the more this full self driving, I'm not with it. I'm not with it, man.
Nah, kid.
I'm not with it. Shout to anybody if you want to rock with it, but I'm not with it. What's your thoughts, though?
I think we need to, like, stop leaving our lives in the hands of things we don't fully know. Like as far as that's concerned, that's out of control, huh? When did you wake up like, you know what? I'm gonna jump in this thing, let it drive me around.
Yo.
First of all, when are people that trusting? You don't even trust your neighbor.
Nah. You got cameras in front of your house.
That's what I'm saying. You don't even trust your neighbor, but you're gonna jump in this and trust this?
I don't even trust the ATM. I count my money when it come out.
How you do that? That's what I'm saying. How do you do that? You even the ATM trying to rob me, but you're gonna hop in this with your life on the line. Like, I'm gonna let this drive me around town. That right there just confuses me. Like, we don't even do the basic stuff, but we ready to hop out the window for this. How do you do that?
Kid, I don't even trust the Chinese food before I walk out the Chinese food store. I open the lid right there.
That's what I'm saying. It sounds like, yo, what is this, fam?
This don't look like chicken.
That's what I'm saying. Like, come on, be like, I send an email. I tell the ATM to send an email to my email. Like, yo, I need to know what's going on.
I need you to print it and email.
Like right now, I need that. But that's what bothers me. It's like, yo, how do we sit here and put our life on the line for these machines as far as this is concerned, but we don't even trust our neighbors, huh?
Listen, art imitate life, and we've seen a lot of different things that pointed to this. We've all seen iRobot at the point where he started to drive that Audi, and she said, "What are you doing?"
Shorty was like, "Yo, he done lost his mind trying to drive this." What?
She was like, "Do you realize that you take control of the car?" He's like, "Yes, it's how it is."
See, and then nobody probably caught on to that when the movie came out. Like, yo, she's probably on to something. No, she's actually not.
And not for nothing, after he crashed it, they jumped on him. He tried to say it was the robots. It was crazy.
And they ain't believe him.
No,
the robots had a mind on their own. Come on,
they didn't believe him. So
yeah,
it just goes to show, listen, when it comes down to it, if you own a Tesla, or if you know somebody that owns a Tesla, call 1-800-ICU-812, because that means that you ate the Kool-Aid, man. You shouldn't be driving no car like that.
Yo, not for nothing, man. If you do so happen to have an EV or from whatever, you know what I'm saying, manufacturer, don't forget to call up, man. 516-206-0711. Because I just need to understand. First, what did you pass when you wait to that EV? And number two, what did the block think when you pulled back up?
You pulled up with the vacuum cleaner. They was like, yo, what's that? Ain't making.
Nah, you know what? I don't even think that. I think when whoever copped it pulled back up to the block and the block was fascinating.
The block was like, oh.
I'm telling you. So you know why, son? Because people got this thing with, yo, it's new. The doors do this. Yo, it's an iPad in the middle.
Meanwhile, I'm standing over there like full tears.
Crying like, damn, dog, you did the wrong thing with that one. I'm telling you, man.
Full
let
tears.
us know, please.
Well, I'll tell you what. You know who's not crying? You know who's actually moving for this now?
Yeah.
Oregon. Now, everybody thinks about Oregon. What's in Oregon? I don't know. But it looks like Oregon, as we know.
Sound cold.
Oregon is the Oregon Trail as far as I'm concerned. You remember that game?
Mm-hmm.
You just have to go all the way. Then we know the Oregon Trail. But it looks like Oregon is following California's ban on new internal combustion engine car sales by 2035. Now, but for everybody that needs to know, California was the first one to start this. California is banning the sale of gas-powered vehicles by 2035.
Yeah.
And they have an aggressive chart, meaning that we're going to ban it 30%, 50%, 68%, 70% till they get to 2035, which is 100% ban. Now it looks like, obviously, New York followed them because that's what we do now. We follow cats. We don't really get down and do our own thing. They don't know nothing about the Oregon Trail. Say it again, Jessica. They don't know nothing about that Oregon Trail. But it looks like Oregon is now following New York and California. And they're the third state to do so. Like I said, New York is the second. And you have Vermont and Washington, 12 more considering banning gas vehicles by 2035. First off, what's your thoughts on that?
Damn, man, how they you see how they put in a rapid like response on that though? Like, yo, we're gonna ban gas powered cars.
Yes.
How you gonna ban
the sale?
Which which is gonna turn into what?
I mean, if you already have one, you have one.
You have one until when? Until when?
If you buy one in 2034, you have it.
They're gonna start coming after what you already have, though.
No, they can't do that.
Why not?
You come knock on my door looking for my gas powered car.
What you
you're gonna draw back 2 nubs and you're gonna call them your arms. We're gonna call you we gonna call you Hammy. What happened to your arms? I don't know. Went over there to take his car and he took both.
Son, I'm telling you, fam. How they put such a rapid response on that?
You know what? It's funny, right? Shout to the Facebook user. The aging power grid of this country can't handle all these EVs, and that is the first place.
But here's the thing, though. They don't care about that. They know they don't care, though. Did you see what happened in Fall Rock?
Yeah.
And we want EVs.
Right. And we want EVs.
Son, yo, how about we fix the sidewalk?
I tell you what.
I don't know, kid. It's weird out here. Like, they know what's going on, but I have learned and realized they just don't care, son. Hold
up. They definitely banned the sale. And our Facebook user said, trust me, they can do that. They do it with guns, which they do. And shout to all of those that's tuned into YouTube. We love y'all.
Factory.
Those that are tuned into YouTube, we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Just drop that like, subscribe. We got a couple other things coming up y'all way.
Yo,
I will say this though, right? They definitely want to do it with guns. They ban the sale of guns, but if you have that gun already, they can't come take it from you.
How they can't come take it from you, huh?
What they gonna do? They gonna send the military to come get that?
Why not?
You really? So what you think they gonna send? They gonna send something for your gas powered car?
Son, why they not gonna do that? You know what? Better yet, they gonna see what your gas powered car size gonna be making unrecognizable noise, and they're gonna be on you, son. Yeah, what is he doing with that?
Yeah, why does he have that ratchet? That's a fact. I will say this.
So they gonna be
I will say this. When it comes down to
stop them, that's what I say. Who gonna stop them?
Listen, don't get me started. You're gonna start a revolution in here.
Yo, man. I'm just saying, you gotta think about it, kid. They talking about banning sales by 2030.
Yes.
All right, cool. They're gonna ban it. That means that means manufacturers not gonna be able to produce new combustible engines, right?
But you already have one.
Or you have one. Cool, you got one.
Right.
No problem.
Okay.
You think it's no problem until they see you with it, though.
Right.
What happens?
Everything changes.
Yo, man. First, what happened back in the day, right? Yo, his sneakers was fly. I already got them. What you gonna do?
That's true. That's true. You're right.
I'm gonna come take it from you.
Listen,
because who gonna strong arm you, right?
So shout to Jessica Grandy. She said, can't we the people overturn that?
Sure we could, but we not as people though.
Nah. You know what?
We could do that, but
we could overturn it. But the way, the process, and the things that they're doing, let's go back a little bit. Now, California has this board called the CARB board, meaning Clean Air Resource Board.
Yeah.
Acronym is CARB.
Yeah.
Right? What it means is they pretty much look at a lot of the different things and they make sure that they set the precedent for Clean Air Act. Now, this CARB board in California has more power than the EPA itself,
Fact.
the Environmental Protection Agency.
Mhm.
And because of that, they set the precedent, not the EPA.
Damn.
So because they said in 2035 they're going to ban the sale, 17 other states already
On deck.
on deck with it. New York being number 2.
Come on, son.
Shout out to Judah Israel. He said the head of the FBI said that electrical cars are going to make it easier to capture so-called criminals, and that's one reason why they're headed in that direction. Yo,
it's always a bigger it's always a bigger move at play.
it's all
always,
and see. Shout out to Judah Israel, because this is what I'm talking about. Move. What's the move before the move?
Exactly.
They could, like, if they chasing you, they could just shut you down.
And another thing I learned, right?
Yes.
Just like that. The whole point of this is so they can stop you.
Mm-hmm.
They can stop you before you get going.
Yes.
That's the whole point, man. You think these people care about our leisure, where we decide to have fun?
Yes.
They don't care if we run around with guns, busting people. They don't care about that.
Yes. Follow the money. Facebook use they all shout to Miller.
On,
Everybody
son.
on it, y'all. And this is what I like. Everybody sees it. We see it.
Son, they tired of people doing what they want to do. They tired of it now. Like, yo, how can we get them where it really hurts?
So let's jump into another lane. You ready for this?
Yeah, let's go.
It looks like Porsche has built their first synthetic fuel company in Chile.
Yeah, they coming for Porsche too. Don't worry, they're gonna pay them out.
So for those that don't know, and for those that do, we've been talking about it for a little while. Porsche has been trying to create their own fuel. They actually went and they spent, like, I believe it was 110 million.
Yeah, they spent a while though.
They spent a lot of million for research, and it looks like this is the first time this week they filled up a Porsche 911 with this synthetic fuel. Now, what is this synthetic fuel made of, you ask?
Mm-hmm.
Air and water.
Yep.
They not trying to hear that.
No,
Porsche wants you to embrace wind farms. The petrol head with the 911, you are the target market for demanding more wind and solar, hydroelectric, and geothermal power as soon as possible. And we all know that at the end of the day, we all know that we got to build some sort of sustainable energy source, right? But Porsche went the earlier way, just like Toyota, the true car companies out here, and they have went and built a plant of synthetic fuel. Now, what's synthetic fuel, you ask? It's guilt-free gasoline. It's like drinking a soda with no calories.
Yeah, it's supposed to be even clean. It's supposed to be even cleaner than EVs or whatever.
Yes, it's cleaner than EVs. They don't want to hear that. Shout to Judah Israel, because that's exactly where they're going. They don't want you to have control. And they saying, even though it's a nice idea, they don't know if they'll be able to pull it off. They don't want them to pull it off.
No, B, why? Why do we want y'all to come up with an alternative? When we can control y'all, why would I want you to figure out how to control yourself when we can sit here and do it for you?
So here's the real deal of it.
It's ridiculous, bro.
If Porsche is successful, and we're not talking about no run-of-the-mill car company. We're not talking about a Kia. We're not talking about a Hyundai. We're not talking about Yugo or something like that you never heard of. We're talking about a car company that builds their name on performance.
Yeah.
If they can come up and successfully have a synthetic fuel, what kind of person or what kind of car owner would you be to say, I don't want it because Porsche makes it? Something to think about.
At that point, you just work for the government, huh? They got you on payroll, baby. That's it, huh?
Shout to Jim. Shout to Phil. He said Jim Carrey said all it takes is for you to have a warrant, and your EV will be driving you down to the police station. Wow,
it's a fact, huh?
That's a fact. But it just goes to show with synthetic fuel, and when you think about it, and when you hear the word synthetic, like. What's the first thing that comes to your mind when you hear synthetic?
When I think of synthetic, I think of all kind of, I guess liquids. You know what I'm saying? Something to make the transaction seamless.
Nah,
you know?
I think more along the lines of fake.
Okay.
So when I hear synthetic, it makes me think of false fur. You know what false fur is? F-A-U-X, like false.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But in this case, it's pretty much going to operate the same way gasoline operates, but it won't be leaving not even a quadruple drip of the residue. Perfect for car guys like you and me.
Yeah.
If they can do this now, obviously we drive on E85, right? You got some people that drive on E85 gas, and for those that know, shout to Marlon. He said man-made. That's exactly what we thinking, right? If they can figure out a way to make this, and you had the choice now, because you know if Porsche makes it, they're gonna sell cars that take it.
Of course.
I'm getting a Porsche, straight like that. What's your thoughts?
I agree, 100%.
It's just something to think about, y'all. Porsche is working. Porsche is working. And not for nothing, don't forget that Porsche just recently went public. So if you could buy some stock, get it now while you're on the ground floor. Because if they are successful with this, they will overrun Tesla. They will. Because there's a lot of people who are being forced to go electric that don't want to go. And now you think about it, right? It'll be 90 to it'll be 87, 91, 93, 94 ultra and synthetic and diesel. They wouldn't have to build whole charging stations for this.
No, they wouldn't.
Something to think about, y'all.
That's a fact.
Something to think about, man. Shout out to everybody listening, paying attention. Don't forget this, the bearded one here.
That's a fact, man. It's our show, baby. Let's do it.
You know how we get down. This is Rally Radio. We gonna put y'all on. I know y'all see the Santa hat on. See, shout out to Jessica Grandy. She said when you hear synthetic fuel, you think fake. When you hear synthetic, man-made, and that's what I mean. It's like even when you look at synthetic oil, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You like it's stuff added into it to make it better.
Yeah.
Something to think about, y'all. Shout out to everybody listening, paying attention. Shout out to my guy Damien, aka Dangerous Damien.
Factory.
He'll put you in the right lane in a minute, boy. You better watch yourself. But
a fact,
with
right?
that being said, shout out to everybody listening that's paying attention. You know how we do. We got a lot of different news for you. It looks like McLaren has a recall for fuel leak related fire risk. Now, we hear that. And remember, we talked about a McLaren before. Now, we talked about a McLaren before if they had it burnt up at the gas station. You remember that?
Yeah.
It looks like this has been the reason why. It says the fuel pipes have the wrong kind of nuts on them. Pause. It looks like the fuel lines are high pressure fuel lines and they don't have the proper lug nuts on the fuel line or banjo bolts, which I like to call them, right?
Yeah.
And because of that, it looks like this fuel line could break in the cold, and when it breaks, it'll leak fuel. And we all know that when you leak your fuel under the engine bay, that is danger. So shout out to everybody listening, paying attention. If you have a McLaren, it's a 2023 McLaren Artura. That is out of my price range. I can't afford it. But if you listening and you can, make sure you check it out. Stop laughing at my hat, yo. Stop laughing at my hat. So it's something to think about there. What's your thoughts on it?
I mean, again, this is another manufacturer that make about 15 cars. And how we not getting the bolts right?
Well, hold up. This is the same company we talked about last week that joined with Lockheed Martin.
It is
the makers of the F-35 fighter jet just for aero.
That's
you
a
can't
fact,
knock
though.
them for that.
You can't, though, but they trying to get with people who specialty and specialize in aero, but they making bolts that crack under pressure.
They do. I'm not saying that. I'm not
causes
saying
fire.
I'm not.
So I just spent $335,000 for what?
Listen, man. As long as you're gonna fix the car, don't give me something that you ain't gonna fix. Don't pull it. Don't pull a Tesla like, nah, we didn't do that. Don't do that. As long as you're gonna fix it, I don't have a problem with it.
Yeah, it's true. That's true though. But I mean, when I hear things like this, I can only imagine what's going down at the facilities, huh? Because somebody knew. Like, nah, this material might not be too right for this though, right here. Why are we doing this? Somebody knew. But nobody want to say nothing though, because they ain't getting treated right, son. I know what's going on.
That's
I know
true.
what's going on, kid. Because you trying to tell me you've been doing this for how long? You can't tell? Bugging.
I mean, you know how they get
it.
down. Sometimes it be like that.
I ain't buying it.
Sometimes it be like that.
They need to.
Sometimes, but I will say this. I will say this. Hopefully, they get them out there, they fix them, and like you said, because they only make 15 cars, it ain't that many to repair.
It ain't.
It ain't like I gotta run into one and he's on fire on the side of the road.
It's a fact.
You know what I mean?
They need to rethink that Lockheed Martin deal and start trying to pay their employees.
Santa's on his way. Is that what I hear?
Oh man, it sound like turbos to me.
Do y'all hear the sleigh bells? I know y'all hear this.
Damn.
I'm actually excited.
Huh.
It's Christmas time, and you know what?
Yeah.
We are here. We are in the building.
Fact.
It's Christmas Eve. Shout out to everybody who is celebrating with your family. Don't forget the reason for the season.
Yeah.
And with that being said, it's time to talk about those gifts, baby.
Let's go.
It's Tech Talk with Pop the Bearded One and S.I. Sean.
Now, our Tech Talk today is going to be very interesting. There's a lot of different things going on. It looks like Santa's not trying to land no time soon. So we're going to bring a couple things to Santa Claus. It looks like the AC Cobra will be reborn. Man. Now, for those that don't know the AC Cobra, if you've seen Iron Man,
Yo, didn't it get crushed?
Yes. The AC Cobra was the car that he actually had a Shelby Cobra. AC is actually overseas. But it looks like they're gonna be coming out with another one with a nasty V8. What's your thoughts on that? I want Santa to bring that down the tree.
I wonder,
bring that
how
down.
it's gonna be though. Like, is it gonna be ABS stuff? You know what I'm saying? Traction control. 'Cause remember, they didn't have no ABS, no traction control, none of that craziness.
They didn't.
None of that. It was just pure driving. So,
Yo, shout to SP. He said, "Yo, I ain't paying all that money for recalls." But I will say this: the AC Cobra will be reborn bigger and more modern. So you're 100% right.
Damn.
The British automaker, because like I said, AC is overseas. Shelby is here. Now, for those that don't know the history, Shelby actually took some of that AC design to create a lot of different cars. As a matter of fact, the Ferrari Slayer, aka the Ford GT40, the original design, like this car was an AC. But it looks like this AC is gonna come with a 654 horsepower Coyote V8 from Ford.
oh boy. Yeah, so it's gonna come with a bunch of nannies on deck. That's a fact.
Listen, just give me the option to turn them off.
It may not be no option.
Oh yeah, they're gonna give it to you. There's no way you're gonna give me this older car like this and you ain't gonna be able to turn the things on. It says the details are sparse, but the lightweight sports car will be fitted with a Ford 5.0 Coyote V8 with the option of a supercharged engine that produces 654 horsepower, 575 pounds of torque, sufficient to send it from 0 to 60 in 3.6 seconds. It will be paired with either a 6-speed manual, or a 10-speed automatic. They're giving you the option to have it manual. Fix your face.
But this is what I'm saying though. It was never no option back in the day.
It was 4-speed.
It was a 4-speed. It was a 4-speed. It was a 4-speed manual, and I think it might have been even a 4-speed auto.
That's a fact. Shout to everybody listening, paying attention.
Son.
Shout to my guy Antonio Lopez. We see you, my dude. Shout to Dangerous Damien. Shout to Miller, the resident 4 guy. I already know that's how he reacted. I already know that's Miller.
They're gonna have so many nannies on that thing.
You think so?
Yeah, why not? They giving you, they offering you, what do you say, a 10-speed auto?
I mean, at the end of the day, right?
Come on, B.
I'm not even mad that they offering a 10-speed. Are they offering the manual?
Yeah.
Then I'm not mad about it. You put the nannies on, I take them off. And not for nothing, son. 654 horsepower, you're saving a lot of lives with some of these. You got to remember, not everybody out here is really into handling that car. And when that car turns sideways,
so
it's
what's
a
the
whole
point of getting it though?
Yo, but you be shocked. Status symbol.
Of course, okay, I guess a status symbol until you gotta do a status move, and then next you know you planking somewhere.
And how many of those you think we gonna find in the junkyard? Upside down. You know what I'm saying? But it's what happens at the end of the day.
You right though. It don't matter about the nannies or none of that.
No. cats be really crippling themselves. Like they be like, no. It happens, man.
Yo, it's terrible. But you know what? That's cool, though. You know, nothing wrong with that little AC Cobra coming back out. You know what I'm saying? That's cool.
At the end of the day, you know what? I think it's a great thing. And like I said, for Tech Talk is great. Ford Coyote V8. So now it's putting a brand new V8 in a body that light.
Yeah, that's true. They could have put a 2 in there, though.
What?
2J?
What? Yo, all right. For those that are listening,
yeah, at this point they could put a K in it.
Did you? Y'all don't hear him, do you? Oh, okay, because the mic is muted.
They could have put a K series in there for a week at this point, so just drop a K in it.
Nah.
No, why? Why not? So a K in a Lotus is acceptable, but a K in a Cobra is not.
A K in a Lotus is very acceptable.
How?
It's a Lotus Elise.
I'm lost. Carry
the
on,
same
sir.
size. Look, turn it off. That's what I'm talking about, Miller. He out here talking reckless.
Carry on,
2J. I'm telling you, man. This
man,
guy,
okay,
man.
Son. Hell, put an N54 in there. Do it.
This, y'all gotta understand.
I'm just saying, son. I'm just saying.
Y'all gotta understand. This is where we work. But kick him off. You gonna start a riot at Ford? I will say this: when it comes down to it, right?
Mm-hmm.
When it back on that vehicular treason, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Vehicular treason.
Why they ain't just drop? Why ain't just drop SRT 10 in there, son?
Why?
Crazy.
Remember, AC made their money with Ford. Why would they go Dodge?
Why would you go?
He ain't trying
20 with Lotus.
He ain't trying to hear me, y'all. Vehicular treason, Miller.
I'm not the one committing vehicular treason over here. I'm just saying, baby.
Vehicular treason.
I'm just saying. So.
He just chatting now. I know Phil. He just speaking right now.
You know what's so funny, man? Phil know the truth, man.
Phil know that Coyote
truth,
V8 and that small body is something you really 6-speed manual. I'm surprised you even second guessing it because it's a 6-speed manual.
Listen, man. Listen, I don't know, B. It's just a vehicle like that. I don't know, man. You just gotta do right by it, son. Why not drop the Trinity in there?
What?
Why not drop the Trinity in there?
What?
The 2014 Shelby GT500 engine, why not? Why not? 5.8.
Listen, they're gonna mass produce it. Come on, bro. Listen,
let's go.
We're gonna move on because S.I. Sean is feeling a way that Santa Claus is not putting a manual transmission under his Christmas tree that's hooked to an AC.
Son, I've been writing letters to him the whole year, son. He ain't respond, but it's all good though.
But
it's all good.
In the meantime, we're gonna talk about a couple things. This last thing before we get into our driver's etiquette.
Okay.
It looks like the top 10 cars that are sold on Bring a Trailer are highly sought after sports cars. So we're gonna talk about the first 10. Or the top 10.
Yeah, you know what? Before we get into that real quick.
Oh, shout to Phil. He said NA Coyote 500, NA 2J 222. I do know the truth. Oh boy,
stupid. I hear that.
Now, what you was about to say?
I was trying to say, right? Remember how they said, "Oh, sports cars is not in."
Of course, 2-door cars.
Sports cars, they're just not it.
Well,
so why are they making a comeback? I'm confused. What I don't like about the auto industry, is that they know the truth.
They know the truth.
But the problem is they try to bend so much for the masses, son. I know, I see them right now. They try to bend so much that they lose weight, son.
Nah, they don't lose weight. They having their arms bent behind their back by the government. Listen, let's put something out here, and we're gonna stop the music for a little minute. One of the reasons that Rally Radio was brought into inception is not only because of the autos, but it has a lot to do with the fact of how politics is tied into automotive. And it's been worse since we started. Our very first episode was EV versus gas cars. You remember that? Our very first episode was them battling each other, and it's been getting worse ever since. So one of the reasons why Rally Radio, we do what we do is because we want everybody to know what's going on out here. especially when it comes to legislative, as far as writing laws, that you can't have a certain kind of car. They won't sell a certain kind of car. They're not allowing companies to sell a certain kind of car. You need to know what's going on, because the next time you turn around, all you're going to see is Teslas and George Jetson space cars flying around over here. So we just want to make sure that you know. So let's keep that in mind. It's not that we're 100% against EVs. Do the work, though.
Factory.
They have not done the work. You know what I mean?
Let's go.
So with that being said, the top 10 cars that have sold on Bring a Trailer. Now, for those that don't know, Bring a Trailer is a place where you can sell a car, especially if it's high end. It's like an eBay for grown men and women of cars. But the number 10 is a 2015 Porsche 918 Spider Weissach edition. That's number 10. Oh my goodness. Now, I would love that under my Christmas tree if Santa's listening. Number 9 would be the 2005 Porsche Carrera GT, also known as the Paul Walker Killer.
Hold on. Is that cranberry on that 918?
That's cranberry on that.
That's I'm at the Earl right now.
That's beautiful.
With the lime green
With the lime green Callies. Now, the 2005 Porsche Carrera GT, everybody knows this was the car that Paul Walker was a passenger in when he passed away. This car is notorious. Notorious, this car is, for not being very friendly.
First of all, this right here is probably the best Porsche. And it sold more than that 918.
Yes.
It's so. Look, I'm going to repeat that. This 2005 Porsche Carrera GT.
Yes.
V10. Let's not forget about its highlights. You know, this is supposed to be a race car that they made for the street. This was literally a race car.
Really?
Yeah, literally. Like when they was developing this, they was like, "This man, this is too crazy. So we got to dumb it down a little bit."
No. The point of it was that they needed to release this car to the masses in order to race it.
Yeah. So in a sense, it was a homologation, but even so, they had to dumb it down more though, because it was still too crazy.
And it still is.
Listen, man.
And not for nothing, the guy that Paul Walker was driving with was a Porsche Cup race car driver. It's not like he was rookie to it.
But this is what I'm saying, though. When you're not a sniper though behind the wheel,
he was a sniper. He's certified.
Fam, he killed one of our favorite people.
Nah, we can't say that.
Can't?
We can't say that.
All right, fine.
We got to take that back as a family.
Slightly. He wasn't a sniper like that.
I think at the end of the day, this car does what the car does.
I think he got too much torque for the average.
Well, the number 8 is a Porsche 918 Spider Weissach edition. Another again. One. Wow, these are the top 10 that sold for the most money, mind you. These are not the top. These are the top 10 cars sold for the most money. So that first Porsche 918 sold for $1,975,000. That Porsche Carrera GT sold for $2 million.
Yo, hold on.
Keep the change, you filthy.
Why is the first 10? Why is the first 4 Porsches though?
Hold on.
Yo, why is that?
This freaking thing on my hat is getting ridiculous. Yeah, that's crazy.
Son, hold on.
Porsche is the true car.
Wait. A 1987 Porsche 959.
We didn't get there yet.
Hold on.
We didn't get there.
Hold on.
We didn't get there yet.
Wait a minute.
The 2015 Porsche, the number 2015 Porsche 918 Spider also went for $2,025,000. Number 7 is the 1987 Porsche 959 Comfort Edition, $2,120,000. Wow.
Son, the drink came out in 87, bro.
Yes.
Full wheel steering. Twin turbocharged.
Look at number 6.
14-way adjustable suspension.
Number 6. 1992 Ferrari F430. Sold for $2 million.
No, F40.
F40, yeah, excuse me. At Ferrari F40.
V8 twin turbo.
It had the original tires on it as well. Early. 2,440,000 for I can't even say the number. $2,440,444. That's because I'm excited, y'all. Excuse me. That's ridiculous. Number 5. 1930 Mercedes-Benz 770K 4-door cabriolet by Volan Rubeck. Now I can imagine this is a classic. This is a collector's item. I wouldn't have bought it for 2.5.
million.
You holding it. You would have copped it.
Never.
You would have bought 2.
No.
Son, you would have bought 2, son.
No.
Why? Because when it fired up, it sounded like a monstrous V8. You would have bought it.
Sounds
son.
like a plane engine.
This
But
is what I'm saying, son.
number
Cop.
4 was a 1927 Mercedes-Benz 680 S Sport 4.
I'm copping, son. Are you crazy? Son, V8?
I don't need it.
So the head is coming out the side like that?
Not over this number 3.
Oh.
1995 Ferrari F50 Euro spec.
Cop.
Sold for 3.3 million.
Damn.
Number 2.
I wouldn't have got this. This is dumb.
I would have left this alone.
Yeah,
2021 Bugatti Chiron.
Yeah, that's
Pure
left,
sport.
left in a lot.
Sold for 3.8 million. And the number 1. And you know why I gotta say this real? I gotta say this with affection because me and this guy over here been arguing about what car is better. The 2017 Ferrari LaFerrari Aperta sold for $5.3 million.
But you know the thing is though, when I'm learning, son, this car is far more manageable than that Enzo. That's why. Why do you think that white one not up here? This is far more manageable. You know what? These are for the old guys. You know what I'm saying? They a little slow with the reaction times.
Did you ever hear one?
You ever heard of an Enzo? What I'm saying is though, this is for the lazy on the pedal guy.
The lazy on the pedal guy.
This is for one of those. This is one of those, man.
Listen.
Why do you think they got the F40 and F50 in? For what? Those are for the snipers. Those are manual, by the way. Those are
not for nothing. I've seen more videos of F40s and F50s crashing for no reason. You remember that one that we put up? He was an understeer. He took the turn way too hard, son. Sideways behind the
torque. Yeah, too much torque.
I mean, I can handle it. You give it to me. The bearded one is here, son. I can handle it.
Listen, man, I ain't gonna front though. I do let a lot Ferrari though. It's fire, but it's not a more stunt than that Enzo's, huh?
Well, I'll tell you what.
Let's go. Rally Radio.
That's the end of our tech talk right there. And you know how we get down. We got a couple more segments coming up for y'all. Tell me you ready? You ready to rock?
Let's go.
Driver's etiquette. Because sometimes you got to get this off your chest.
All right, we are here. This is Driver's Etiquette. Now, for those that don't know, this is where if you want to call up, you want to get it off your chest, this is the best time to call up because everybody's listening. And in the meantime, we're going to be talking about our automotive prowess. I got to say, right, now getting into Driver's Etiquette today, our Driver's Etiquette today is brought to you by
PBCS, baby. Let's go.
Now, tell them what PBCS is.
So it is when, let's say, you're not really into the cars that much, you don't really have nobody to really rock with you and really tell you exactly what's going on. See if you're making actually a right choice in your purchase decision. And this is when we come into play. We let you know exactly what's going on with the vehicle. We have a whole entire checklist to let you know if this is a good one or not right there.
Let's go.
That's new or used, whatever it may be. It could be a bike, whatever you desire. We here.
You're here to check it out.
We here to check it out for you, baby.
That's what we do.
I'm telling you, man, don't be afraid. You know what I'm saying?
Don't be afraid.
You know what? When you're making a purchase like that, you got to think about it. Like, am I making a good one? Is this going to take me at least 3 years? So you got to keep that in mind, man.
Got to keep that in mind. So this segment is brought to you by PBCS. I will say this, right? And this is the driver's etiquette question for the day, right? Now, we've seen a lot of different car brands disappear. We've seen a lot of things happen in the automotive world, right? But if there was one thing that this is now, Santa says, you know what? I'm going to give you the opportunity to reverse one thing in the automotive world. And then I'm going to give you one chance to get your hands on the holy grail of whatever you want under your tree. What would be the thing you will reverse? And what would be the holy grail that you have under your tree?
Well, for one, it'd be freedom of expression. It'd be freedom of expression for your vehicle and for those alike. You know what I'm saying? Because now I feel like they're constraining us. They actually got us in the full Nelson saying you can't do this no more.
So that would be your one incident.
Yeah, that would reverse. Like, yo, let us go back to a point in time where it was cool. You know what I'm saying? It was cool. You know what I'm saying? Of course, take out you know, stupid verbal tune crap.
Oh boy,
That's blasphemy. That for me, that just doesn't make sense. But everything else before that was fantastic. You know what I'm saying? But that one whip, that holy grail underneath the tree.
Mm-hmm. Holy grail. I mean, like, like money's no object. He's pulling it out of the red satchel he came down the chimney with. He's like, yo, you know what? I know you want it, and I'm gonna get it to you. And I want people to drop that in the comments. What is the car you've always wanted that you could not get your hands on? And I don't mean just the car up the block. I mean the car.
Yeah. So
you would be happy if you never got another one.
The car
to
be happy with if you never got another one.
It's very interesting.
The car. Let me get that 599 Ferrari with the 6-speed, baby.
That
what happened? The Fernino 599 Ferrari. That is the one with the big V12 in it. That's the one.
That's the one.
That's the one with the carbon fiber package, baby. That's the one. That is the car, son. That 599 Fernino, baby. That one. I'm talking about the red with the red calipers.
Yes.
The black wheel.
Yes.
The carbon diffuser in the back.
Yes.
The carbon fiber racing steering wheel.
Yes.
The light up in the middle.
Yes.
And then you look over, you see the gated shifter. That is the one, son.
Shout to you.
That's the one. I'm talking about the carbon big brakes, though.
Yes.
That's the one, son.
That's the one you want.
That's the one.
So
the car, bro.
Me personally, right? What would I want to reverse?
I know it's so much, man.
I would want to. I already know. You already know. Everybody probably already know.
Yeah.
I would want to reverse the day somebody plugged up a car and drove somewhere with it. That's the first thing I would want to reverse.
You know what? I want to go a little deeper than that. I want to reverse their thought process. So why would this even make sense to you? Carry on.
Terminator, like show up 10 years before, like, oh, it's you?
Yeah, like, hold on.
Nah.
Carry on.
I'll say this. Now I'm just joking around, but I think that
He's not joking. Carry on.
I am. I'm serious, but I think the one thing in the automotive world I would want to reverse, because I think about a lot of the things that damaged the auto world. I would want to reverse. You ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
I would want to reverse the creation of the hybrid motor.
I'm not gonna hold him. I think that's actually a good one, son. Because you asked me, the hybrid started this whole
Yes,
mess.
it did. Yes, it did.
And that's why it's a part of this show today, son.
Yes.
It started this whole entire mess. Son.
Yes.
You know, also, I wanna do an honorable mention to that one. What I also like to reverse is the person who thought about it. I wish you wasn't born, sir.
Chill. This is a family show. We don't preach that. Oh my goodness.
Listen, no. What I'm saying is you could have been born in another universe. That'd have been fantastic.
In another universe.
That'd have been great. That'd have been
Thanos.
great, son. That'd have been great, son, because you done started some.
Thanos. And the car that my holy grail car, and everybody who knows me knows what this is going to be.
It's probably not going to be better than that 599, but carry on.
I'm going to need this guy to really like. My favorite car would have to be
big brakes.
2005
Got that.
Ford GT. I want one of those so bad.
Son. That whip is so visceral, son.
Oh my goodness.
It's so crazy. Son. I ain't gonna front though. That was one of them, son. That's a champion, son.
That car alone. I'll never forget the first time I went. Yes. The first time I went, not first time, but I went to the car show that year, and to see that thing moving around, and it wasn't a real car then. It was only like
it was like a concept.
It was a concept. It wasn't real at that point, and it was flipping around, and the engine was up. I asked the lady, She was walking around, and I said, "Excuse me." I said, "Well, what's the horsepower in them?" She said, 500 horsepower, 500 pounds of torque. It was a big supercharger sitting right in the back, and all I could look inside the car was the silver one with the blue stripe. And I just said to myself, I would love to own that car. And then when that car finally came out, mind you, it came out in 2005. But when that car finally hit the street, they bought them all up, and you rarely see them.
I remember when I first moved out to the island, and it was like my first weekend coming back here from moving out there. Somebody had a white one with the blue stripes on it, son. And I called you that same instant as I'm rolling past it.
Yeah,
I said somebody has a 4 GT out here, son. Nasty street.
I want that car so bad.
Do you know that the Shelby that I had the same engine but just detuned?
Yes,
slightly.
Yes.
So that's what I'm trying to say. Like, yo, that's a good one, son. It may not be able to keep up with that Ferrari though that I mentioned, but still a good one on his part.
Listen, shout to Phil. He said the twin turbo 064 GT just went 311 miles an hour, fastest non-turbine powered car ever. And not for nothing, I did see that.
Yeah, my man sent me that too. He said, "Yo," he said, "I know you're gonna like this one." He sent me that one.
Yeah. So if that was the one thing that I could have, it would be that. I would love to own a 4 GT.
I ain't gonna front, kid. That's one of the cars. I remember what show was that?
It's yet to be a legend of auto though.
Yeah, not yet. So with the legends, you got to work up to them.
The Ford has not.
He ain't work up to it yet.
Oh my God,
get
him out of here.
It's so many because it's like when you playing ball, like you waiting to go against the legendary ones. You got to wait a minute. You got to build your experience up.
Well,
you know what I'm saying? It's one of those.
I tell you what, with driver's etiquette being over, you ready to do?
Let's go, baby.
Let's get it.
Legends of Auto. Real legends never die.
All right.
Let's go.
I know you're going to shock me on this one. I seen the title. I seen everything, but I know you got something for us. So with that being said, Legends of Auto, what you got for me today? Kid?
So this Legends of Auto for me, for everybody, I would think it's pretty interesting because this was a turning point in the automotive world, if you ask me, right?
Yes.
So what I got for y'all is a 2011 Lexus CT200H hybrid, right?
He picked a hybrid, y'all.
The reason being is because this is what I'm saying. Like it's a lot more to the Legends than it being crazy fast or the performance numbers just through the roof or it just looks so extravagant that you want to slap your mama. But it's more so like, what did it do to the automotive world itself, right? So with this CT200 hybrid, this is, first off, if you ask me, this is actually Lexus' first hatchback. But they would claim that they made the IS300 in the hatch. You know what I'm saying? They would claim that they made a 2017 IS300 in the hatch, right? I don't buy it though. If you ask me, this is actually a hatchback vehicle.
Yes.
But the problem is though, right? The reason why this is on the Legend because they try to fit it into a niche where it didn't belong.
Say it again, because I remember when this car came out. It's ridiculous.
They try to fit it into a niche where it did not belong. They try to integrate it with performance cars. Let me tell you a little bit about it though, right? For instance, versus them using a torsion rear, they use independent suspension. Why did they do that? Right? Like, that to me just doesn't make sense. Oh man, here's another thing.
But Toyota does.
But wait though, they used the torsion rear on a Corolla of this year.
Yes,
but they didn't do for this one. Why? Right? Here's the thing. This vehicle weighed 3,200 pounds with the batteries and everything like that, right? Guess how much power it was putting out?
How much?
134.
Wow.
This thing was beyond slow. Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, it's a legend for so many other reasons. Like, it let us know where vehicles like these actually stand.
Yes.
And they try to build it on a performance platform. So you're gonna laugh. You're gonna laugh, y'all. I'm telling you, like, I don't know why they went this direction with it. They even tried to use, I guess, certain things from the Prius of this time.
Yes. Which is how they came into the hybrid side of it.
This is my point, though. They try to make it performance-based. They try to enhance the suspension and everything like that, but that's not where it shined at. The shining was its miles per gallon. This thing was getting like 45 miles per gallon, bro.
Wow.
It was actually high up. This I'm saying, like, it belonged over there somewhere.
Right. Not with performance.
They try to, that's the problem, man. They try to put it in a performance lane when this is just was it, son. This wasn't it. And the reason why I picked it again is to let everybody know, like, yo, man, these cars got a place, huh?
Yeah.
They place is not with everything else.
And not for nothing, they did build an F Sport version.
My point, exactly.
Like what are they doing?
They tried, Lexus, Toyota. They tried to do their best with this kid, just like with the Prius. The Prius had its own little niche.
Yes.
Like you said, they tried to fight it in, but it couldn't do it.
Yes.
So their next shot was this one.
Mm-hmm.
And this couldn't do it, son. It didn't come manual.
Yes.
It didn't come with a turbines on the high. None of that. None of that.
So
it was one of those vehicles when you like this, you know what? I need to go A to B. If you ask me, this was the perfect A to B vehicle. Forget about a full EV.
Right.
This was a perfect A to B, son.
Right. If
you ask me, this is a legend because this made practical sense. If you wanted to go work, home store. No more, no less, son. And then because it was a hatch, you could actually go to Home Depot and pick some stuff Precisely. Up. So if you ask me, they actually made a good vehicle. Yes. But not for the niche, bro. I love it. I love it.
Legends of Auto.
Let's go, baby.
Real legends never
This was
die.
it, son.
Sky never lets us down.
And you know what, son? This joint weighed 3,200 pounds.
3,200 pounds.
And they gave it only 134 horsepower, huh? That's ridiculous. So that's how you know their main goal was not to make this thing fast, bro. Yes. It wasn't. So it was not meant to be fast. It's meant to be practical. It's meant to be, and they tried to make it look like it was fast. That's the problem too. Like they went at the wrong way. They didn't consult with Riley Radio on this one.
And which they should have.
They should have. They should have said, yo, they should have sent letters out. Yes. Like, yo, where those guys at? They should have did that because this right here, if you ask me if they would have marketed better, yes, they would have did better. Because they had a sales expectation. Oh, we gotta sell 100,000 a quarter. Yes. Are you mad? Yes. Yeah, put it in the wrong spot. They screwed up. Yo, how you got a fighting dog in a modeling show?
What a comparison, y'all. You already.
How you gonna do that?
You can't, because the fighting dog is about to maul.
That's what I'm trying to explain to you. You can't have something like this in a show is not supposed to perform in.
It's a fact. It's a fact.
And it's just like the EVs now.
It's a fact.
I'm telling you, man. Let's go, baby. Riley Radio.
Listen. You already know.
Legends of Auto.
Let's go.
Real legends
Let's
never
go, son.
die.
Every legend has his own right.
Believe
it or not, son.
That was definitely a good one.
I'm telling you, son.
That was a good one.
Like it fit this one perfect today. Like this was it, son. This is one that you gotta go at. Like
that was a good one.
People probably forgot about this Lex right here.
I never did because I was like, what the?
No, I remember when I used to see them. I used to think like, yo, these things look real sporty. Like they look like they really.
I never
have a point to them.
I never
really
bought it. No,
I did. I ain't gonna front. I was like, yo, man, these things look like they got a real point to them.
Never bought it.
So they called 200. They called 208. They only make 134. From the hybrid engine, from the hybrid motors to the actual combustion engines, huh?
Never bought it. And I said, you know what? It just wasn't my style. Never. I looked at it and I wasn't impressed. But
yeah,
I will say.
When's the last time you seen one?
I seen one driving with what was it? They had all kind of stuff hanging out the back, like they came from IKEA. Like I wasn't impressed.
But that's what it's meant for, though. We're gonna run to IKEA and cop some.
Right. So
let's go.
With that being said, man, you know how we get down. You know where we going next, right?
Mods, the newest and freshest. Modifications, parts, and fashion. Only on Rally Radio.
All right. The first thing that we're gonna talk about here looks like the Dodge Ram TRX is gonna get a nasty yellow color now. Apparently, it looks like the 1500 TRX is not enough and that the power is not enough. The V8 on steroids is not enough. They're going to give it a nasty yellow demon is what they call it. It's going to be ridiculous. Sounds crazy. If anybody's into pickups, which I know some of y'all are, shout to the resident Ford guy. You may have to be the resident Dodge guy. Unless you pick up that Ford F-150 Raptor. But I know you love your truck too. But with that being said...
Mods, the newest and freshest. Modifications, parts, and fashion. Only on Rally Radio.
I'm going to tell you, man, that Dodge is looking crazy. And y'all know we going with this last one.
It's the Understeer.
What up?
Where we like to ask, what the hell were you thinking?
All right. So we are here. We've made it to the end. And it looks like we have an understeer with GM again.
Let's go.
Come on down. It looks like GM recalls Chevy Bolt EVs for seat belt issue that may cause a fire.
What?
First and foremost,
Yeah.
they get the understeer because this is not the first, not the second, but the third recall on the same car to say it would catch fire. The other two had to do with charging, but this one has to do with the seat belts. It says the windshield wipers and heated seats have both been tied to vehicular molliation, but the seat belts, this is different. But they also get
It's the understeer.
for also coming out with that GM electrical Corvette, the E-Ray.
E-Ray, right? Damn.
I'm sick of it already, and it hasn't even started yet. Yes, seat belt that causes fire. It's amazing to me how you have seat belts that cause fire. And we got a couple seconds, so we're going to jump right into it. It says, for the most part, it says the National Highway Traffic Safety is going to recall 11,242 examples of the Bolt EV to install a metal foil to protect the carpet from the pre-tensioner exhaust should it ever have to deploy. It says the issue was submitted to GM safety people, saying that it investigated and a total of 3 potential relevant incidents happened where once the seatbelt was going in, it would spark carpet fibers and almost set the car on fire. This is amazing. You have to start questioning what you're buying. Do your homework, people. We want to make sure that you do the right thing. So with that being said, like I said, GM for the Corvette E-Ray and for the Chevy Bolt that catches fire from seat belts.
It's the understeer.
What up?
Where we like to ask, what the hell were you thinking?
We here, man. And with that being said, we reached the end of the show. Shout to everybody who listened, who paid attention.
Let's go.
Shout for those who dropped the like, dropped the subscribe, dropped the share. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Merry Christmas.
Let's go.
Happy holidays to all of y'all. And we will definitely be back for our New Year's Eve show. It's going to be something else. Make sure that you tune in, man. You know how we get down here. It's the bearded one here.
S.I. Sean, baby.
You got any shout outs you want to give before we get up out of here?
Yeah, I just want to shout out to those who's doing the right thing. You know what I'm saying? Keep wrenching. Keep figuring this thing called life out. You know what I'm saying? And not for nothing, man. When you out there, man, drive like you got some sense, though. That's all I ask. Drive like you got some sense, man.
Make sure you know what you're doing out there.
What you doing out there, baby. Make sure your tires right, suspension's right, brakes is good. Your mind is straight.
And make sure your mind is straight. Because we can't be having you out here doing all kind of crazy stuff. So you want to make sure that you out there doing what you got to do.
Let's go.
But like I said, it's one of those kind of things where we want to make sure that y'all out here taking care of yourself. And like I said, when it comes down to autos, and y'all know when we get down to this bad weather, it's just one of those things we got to make sure we take care of. When you're driving in bad weather, make sure you do everything you got to do here, man.
Factory.
You know?
Factory.
So with that being said, it's the bearded one.
S.I. Sean, baby. Let's go.
We in the building. We are in the building. And you know how we're going to lead this one, right?
We're going to lead this one, son.
You ready for this?
Let's go.
Read. Merry Christmas, you filthy animals.
Merry Christmas, you filthy animal. Y'all know how we get down here, man. Shout out to everybody who tuned in. We appreciate y'all. With that being said, the bearded one.
S.I. Sean, baby.
And we are
Drop the clutch, hit the gas. Rally Radio, where the fast life meets the fast lane.
Yeah.
You're now tuned into Bars and Hoops Radio. Where the world of hip-hop and sports live.
Dropping the clutch and then I hit the gas. Wheels screeching, tires burning, I'm flying past. Gotta get home quick, don't wanna miss the class. They schooling you on whips and how to make them fast. Talking about everything from cars to planes. What's hot, what's next, and how to flip the game. They talk in my language, we speak the same. That whip talk complex, but yet they keep it plain. From the news, the interviews, they keep it cool. They give reviews, everything from parts to tunes. Can't lose, come to whips, they not no fools. Don't miss the show, the start time is noon. The bearded one, S.I. Sean, they crazy though. You can't miss it, tune in to Rally Radio.